Welcome to Lassiter High School. Let's reveal the historic Franklin Stadium. Lassiter National School of Excellence, with its students consistently ranked the highest school in the nation. Our well-rounded students have played and national championships in local sports, and many other organizations at the school, including our national champion, Lassiter Trojans. In the next year, Lassiter Trojans like to enjoy all life activities as the Trojans field of Dalton Catamounts. On behalf of Lassiter Trojans, Dr. Richard, athletic director, Scott Kelly, band director, John Thompson, and basketball coach, John. Thank you for supporting Lassiter Trojans, and welcome to the break. As a reminder, Dr. County Board of Education will limit the use of any and all tobacco products on school property. This includes parking lot and the stadium. So please refrain from use of any tobacco products. Trojan fans, if you want to watch, check us out online, LNNbroadcast.com. In just a few minutes, we're going to go live on a pregame show hosted by Nicholas and Melanie, produced by and your very own Lassiter Trojans Network.
Trombones in the back, can y'all hear me? Do you understand? So it's tradition for us to stand in silence until the flag has left the field of play. Out of respect for the flag and everyone has to do. Okay? So when we finish playing, you're going to see that the band stands still and we have to move. Middle school students, another thing, we don't jump into this because we have a lot of kids in the street.
Dude, that'd be
So you have to be right. But we don't jump into the site overly excited because we have a lot of expensive equipment. It's important to remember.
Are you really just like
Drum makers, give me a thumbs up when everybody's in place.
you got that?
We perform in about 15 minutes.
Alright, so you can play it? So you can play it? Dude, it's gotta be on. It's gotta be on. Yeah, so because it's the county's purpose, right? Looks like you gotta do it.
Okay. Everybody sit up. We do this together. Ready? 1, 2. There we go. Consider. What specific? Consider.
It is a good idea, but we might not have it.
Here we go. Consider. 2 and set and. Next and. Good. Concert scale, quarter-beats. B-flat concert scale, going with the quarter-beats. Here we go. B-flat concert scale, one's right. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, high school students, you got 30 seconds to teach them what we do on kickoffs. You got 30 seconds to teach them what we do on kickoffs. Go.
We would like to listen to the players. Coach and family, make up the Junior Trojan program. We hope to do a program that works with the best in competition in our kids. Tonight, before you during the game, we have a junior volleyball program. Please give a warm welcome to our kids starting on the younger two. Our first program is 10th grade baseball. Team Mom, our second grade, coached by Team Mom, America, Jennifer White, and Morgan. Second grade football, coached by Team Mom, Carolyn Cook, and Leonard. Third grade cheerleading, coached by Ali Walker, Stevie Pierce, and Caroline Elizabeth Reed. Team Mom, Cat Rector, Julie Hattie, Kara Terry, and Ethan Bell. Our third grade football team, coached by Team and Rick Price. Our fourth grade cheerleading, coached by and Team Mom, Aaron Jolly, Keisha Norman, Lindsay Gary, and Aaron Jones.
Okay, because
Our fourth grade football, coached by Team Mom,
shake us off.
We're starting off the game.
our fourth grade cheerleading, coached by Warren Morton, Ashton Greer, Team Mom, Claire Ross, Anthony Knight, Peter Now, and Leanne Miller. Our fourth grade football, coached by Andrew Team Mom, Nathan Wiggs. Our sixth grade cheerleading, coached by NKC, Wiley Wilson, and Michael Harrison, Team Mom, Eric Cameron, and John Matthews. Fifth grade football, coached by Isaac Johnson, Team Mom, and Stan Harrison. Sixth grade football, coached by Anthony Kelly, Wiley Wilson, and Michael Harrison, Team Mom, and Wilson Wilson, Fifth grade football, coached by Zach Young, Team Mom, and Jeff Davis. And Elmore Middle School, sixth grade coached by Jim Hanson and Aggie. Team Mom, Tia Larry, and Holly Harrison. Sixth grade football coached by Mike McGee, Team Mom, and Stephanie Mills. Seventh grade coached by Mike Wilson and Debbie Davis. Team Mom, Kat Wilson and Renee Stewart. Seventh grade coached by Mike Harris, Team Mom, Terry Gillis. Eighth grade coached by Hannah Woodruff and Shane Jinko. Team Mom, Aaron Marlon, and Julian Marlon. Eighth grade football coached by Lindsay, Team Mom, Stephanie Reyes. Thank you all of you involved in making this program great. If these programs are to learn the best version of themselves by learning teamwork, discipline, and goal setting, while challenging themselves to get better and stronger. Thank you all for being part of our senior leadership tonight. At this time, please direct your attention to midfield for Lassiter Trojans would like to recognize the administration team of the Peter School. Lassiter is looking to be the great school that we are. We want to be awesome administrators and people helping on Lassiter's success. From Davis Elementary School, Principal Christian Assistant Principal Jennifer Mercy, and SSA Allison Castleberry. Harrison Elementary School, Principal Kyle Bassett, and Assistant Principal Ruth Martin. Rocky Mountain Middle School, Principal Terry Bannerman, and Assistant Principal Dr. Jay Lewis. Midfield School, Principal Jonathan Tanner, and Assistant Principal Anthony Cobb. Also Principal Jim Wayne. Simpson Middle School, Principal Dr. Leila Mitchell, Assistant Principal Amy Wilson, and Assistant Principal Coach. Again, thank you everything you do in the community has been great. Another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Move your heads for the presentation of colors of Lassiter High School, Naval JOTC, and remain standing for the singing of God Bless America and the flag and the national anthem. At right, Cadet Petty Officer, third class, Owen Smith. At left right, Cadet Petty Officer, third class, Hayden Miller. Color Guard Commander, Cadet Vincent Patrick. Navy Color Bearer, Cadet Petty Officer, third class, Charlie Jones. Your umpire tonight is Darius Kinsey.
Welcome back to Lassiter Trojan football. It's September 16th, 2022. Blake Newsome up here with Reese English for Week 4. And how you doing tonight, man?
Doing all right. I'm excited for some football.
And, of course, since the last time we've talked, Lassiter gone 2-0 in their meetings, both on the road, wins over Woodstock and Wheeler, I want to say it correctly, right? And in that time period, Lassiter now with a chance to go 3-1 with a huge win over the Dalton Catamounts tonight. We did some research on them earlier today, had a little bit of lunch prep, and we saw that this team is currently 1-2 in action. What do we have on them so far?
So they won their first game, I think, against North Murray, and they've gone on 2 straight road losses, and they are now on the road here at the Frank. And yeah, the Trojans are on their way out. We got a couple captains. Looks like Evan Shear, Bryson Harrison, Griffin Mack, and Jaheim Murray wearing the lucky number 13 worn by Lutzy.
Correct.
So,
which I noticed you had a chance to go to the most recent game as a fan.
Yes.
And you noticed it was a big win by Lassiter, 64-14 final score. Yep. Up in Woodstock. We saw not only Bryson Harrison have a great showing that night, but the backup quarterback, the sophomore Levi Munt, had some good playing time and a touchdown. What did you see out of him? Yeah,
he was able to come in the fourth quarter with a big lead for the Trojans, and he was able to score, actually, as I was about to leave. So it looked pretty good for the Trojans. Won that game 64-14. The offense looked great. We had Ethan McKinney back. He looked pretty good on offense and defense. And the defense looked pretty solid. I mean, Woodstock, not known for their great offense or defense, but we really did shine against them away there over in Woodstock.
Another thing I want to mention, you kind of brought up Jaheim Murray earlier, wearing one of the captain numbers tonight. He made a big transition earlier this year, playing mostly running back last year, now taking a lot of snaps alongside Joe Blackwell in the defensive back room. How's his impact still been on the running game along with Samuel Gatson?
Yeah, his defense has been really good, and him as a leader on the defense, being a senior, has really impacted the younger class and helped push to those 2 wins on the road. So.
And of course, you know that this team is hungry to go get a huge home victory tonight. Coming off a rough defeat of Etowah opening week, I feel like Lassiter had that game in the bag for about 2.5 quarters. Backup quarterback came in, gave the Trojans a little bit of mobile ability. The RPO was a little bit too much for that young linebacker core, and they've come back and they bounced back in 2 big ways, 2 big victories. Still a lot of region play left in the season, but tonight's eyes are all on the Dalton Catamounts, and of course we'll talk about them for just a couple minutes, right? A couple quarterbacks. We don't have a starting 11 officially listed for anybody wondering at home, but we do see that they have a couple upperclassmen quarterbacks, so we'll probably see a mixture of the two tonight between the junior Ledge Land, number 7, and the senior number 14, Parker McClurg. I'd be interested to see if it's a similar situation to what Etowah ran, where they had the mobile quarterback and, of course, the upperclassman that had the better throwing ability. So for Dalton, as we spoke earlier, they were 1-2 on the year. Do you know who their defeat and victories were?
It was North Murray, and then they had 2 losses. I can't remember the team, but they had 2 losses back to back. The Trojans.
We'll take a break here. Waiting for the Trojans to come through their banner. Wow, the new PA guy's really loud.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Here they come.
Lassiter wearing the red tops and the gold pants, along with the red helmets, a different combination from what we saw in week 1. Your brother walking into the press box behind us. How you doing, Mr. English?
There he is.
How you doing? All the coaches. Coach Sheehan giving us a funny, goofy face. Of course, nothing out of the usual from him.
Yeah, week 1 we wore black. That was a New Jersey coming in. I think it looked really good. We didn't come out on top, but I don't think everything is on the jersey.
No.
So, yeah, I really like this maroon and gold here by the Trojans.
It's really giving me feel good, play good.
Yeah.
If you feel good, what's the term?
If you feel good, you play good.
If you play good, this is high school, but let's pretend they pay good. Right? So that's
starting off with Super Sousa.
That's a very rare sign. Of course, Dalton coming out of the field on the other side.
Yeah,
not as big of a crowd here as what Etowah brought out.
Not at all. They're wearing white on red, so we're gonna get a good red on red action right here.
Seems like a very modern matchup. You see that a lot in the NFL and college as well, which, of course, later in the stream tonight, we'll probably get into some college and NFL talk. We did that last stream.
Yeah, and talking about Dalton, they don't have a crowd because they actually live like almost 2 hours away from us.
Yeah.
So they had a little bit of travel. I'm surprised they even brought the band.
Certainly, aliens are hacking into our headsets here before kickoff. Apologize for anybody at home for having those technical difficulties. Also want to give a special shout out to a couple of my neighbors who I made aware of the stream a couple hours ago today. Hopefully they were able to tune in on both NFHS and the Lassiter News Network. So appreciate you guys. You guys know who you are, and I'm sure Reese, you probably have some family members watching as well.
Yeah, I actually got my parents 2 rows in front of us here talking to me just a second ago. Hard to focus, but
yeah.
It's good to see him here.
I find it funny because earlier I went in and had a meeting with Coach Tome, Sheehan, and a couple others, and I walk in and Coach Tome has his whole extended family in the office, and it was hilarious because he had some relatives from North Minnesota that said they were big fans of the stream, and it was good to put a face to our voices. So shout out to them for listening all the way up in Minnesota, and we appreciate their support for Coach Tome and his Trojans. And they're hoping to get a big week 4, I guess technically 5, victory tonight to move on to 3-1 on the season, which is another thing that was very weird as we still wait for them to break out of their banner as shown by our, looks like they're handling the coin toss duties. Is that Lassiter had a, week 3 bye?
I think it might have been week 2.
Which either way, you just don't see that a lot.
And we have another bye upcoming.
Over fall break, yeah. So all the Cobb teams are they're off.
It appears that Dalton has won the toss and they have elected to receive.
So Dalton will get the ball first.
Winning the toss and choosing to keep the ball.
Very seems like a more of a modern approach as well. Of course, 5 or 6 years ago in college, pro, high school was defer.
Yep.
Let that defense get that first stop and have your offense get the ball to start the half. But
ladies and gentlemen, rise up, make some noise.
like the Trojans are ready to come out of the field, led by the cheer captains. Call out your guys. Senior class here, Reese English.
We got a lot of couple guys, not only seniors, we got some juniors coming in. Sean Mixon, our star receiver right now, him and Ricardo Jackson, both juniors, shining really well recently in the past few games. We also have Jack Strickland, number 4, wide receiver, leading those young receivers out there. It's always good to see those receivers doing well. We got Samuel and Jaheen still in the backfield. And here come the Dalton Catamounts.
Second entrance they've had tonight.
Yeah.
Ran all the way across the field to come back and hide around their banner. Their official entrance has now taken place as the whole mosh pit that has been on the field for the past 20 minutes or so with all the youth football groups, the national anthem, the choirs, and all the youth teams that were out there are now finally exiting towards the sidelines as we get closer and closer to kickoff here. It's a hot, muggy night here in the Marietta area. I'm sweating a little bit. What about you?
Yeah, I'm really excited because last time, we got a little rain.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good to see clear skies, a little few clouds.
Downpour in that last game. It had to move our set mid-game, and that was a quest for the rest of the night.
Yeah, but speaking of last home game, we have a new Trojan man, Mr. Chandler Anweiler. He is rocking the fit. Former Trojan man, Ethan Hollinger.
Ball.
Yeah, I was able to speak to him
Shout out
at
to
the
Ethan
gym.
tonight if he's listening, by the way.
Yeah.
Also want to give a shout out to former senior receiver, your brother's teammate, Parker Helmley.
Oh, yeah.
I know he said he might take a chance to listen tonight. Might as well give one to Danny Curran as well, now the University of Georgia student. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying their Friday evenings.
Yeah, I heard he's been doing well at his college. Do you remember what it was?
I know that he's in UGA. I don't know if he's playing or not. I doubt it.
No, Parker Helmley's
Parker, okay. Yes, I didn't hear that he did recruit. I thought you were talking about Danny. Speaking of which, I had both of those goobers in my government class, and I see my government teacher down on the sideline working with his DBs, Coach Paris Brown.
Yep.
So,
my homeroom teacher.
Oh, yeah. He's great. Seems like he's a great teacher and also a great coach. It's a fantastic combination.
Yeah, great guy.
Also, big fan of his Los Angeles Chargers. They had a rough defeat last night, but that's a game we'll definitely have to talk about later. But Drew Campbell says it's time to play ball, and he kicks this one out towards the end zone, taken around the 3 or 4 yard line up by the Catamounts. Catamounts with some space here, and they're going to take it up past the 23, call it about 24 yard line, pushing forward, and they're going to mark him dead around the 28 yard line. So a good start for the Dalton offense, and we'll see who the official quarterback is in just a number of seconds. Buckle in, everybody. We got 48 minutes of action. Of course, starting 11 for Lassiter, pretty much very identical to, shout out to AV teacher Mr. Boylan coming over to talk to us right before the game. Great program that Mr. B runs here. So, handoff to start the night, a little offset misdirection. That's going to be swallowed up for a gain of about 3.
Tackled by Ricardo and Parker Hungerbuehler.
Got it.
There. We have number 15 in the backfield.
There's also shout out to Parker's twin, the punter, Bradley, correct?
Yep, Bradley.
Coach Tome told me to call him Dork.
Dork.
So whenever Lassiter has to punt it away, I guess we gotta use that term at least a couple times, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
2nd and 7 now. Another handoff off the right side to number 23. The 3rd and 5.
Does not look like we got 23's name down.
Yeah, we'll have to. PA announcer will have to give us a hope.
3rd down. Let's make some noise.
Early 3rd down. Lassiter would like to get off the field quickly here. Joe Blackwell lined up in press coverage Lassiter with 5 down on the line.
TJ Taylor, I believe, number 76 is.
Looks like it might be Parker McClung, number 14, at the quarterback position. Handoff up the gut, and that is going to be a first down. 3 straight misdirections. Get the Catamounts about 11.5 yards and a first down for their squad.
Yeah, looks like they're running a lot to the right side. I don't know if they've got something going over there, but looks like it's working. First down, first 3 plays. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Still trying to figure out who the quarterback is. I cannot lie. That's number 15, Ethan Long, the sophomore.
Must be.
All right, that's an easy name to remember.
Number 3, their tight end looks really big.
If we can remember Hunger Bueller, we can remember Ethan Long, right?
Oh, yeah.
So call it 1st and 10 for the Catamounts here from the 41-yard line. Working right to left from our point of view. Number 1 in motion, and there's going to be flag on the play. It looks like the Catamounts might be being pushed back 5 yards. And that's what it will be. Might have been an illegal shift.
It's going to be a false start on the Catamounts. Go back about 5 yards. Bring a first down and 15 from their own 36-yard.
So back it up to the 36 now. That helps the Lassiter defense. I might have to force the quarterback to throw the ball, which they have not yet to do. Something Lassiter has always benefited from, at least the last couple of years, is creating early turnovers. If you're on the early side of the turnover differential, it seems that things go your way. It sets the tone for the whole game.
Definitely does.
Long hands it off. That is Luke on that keeper, and that's going to be about 6 yards. Luke Blanchard, the senior. And we'll get it back to about 2nd and 9. Which basically erases the penalty.
They're doing a lot of substitution here on the offense right here. And
yes.
It's working, I'd say.
I think they saw the film from a couple weeks ago where Etowah kept Lassiter on their toes a lot with a lot of the substitutions. I can't speak well in the last couple weeks. You know more than me, but I'm sure that Woodstock and others all had the same idea. Here's Ethan looking long, his first pass of the night, and it is deflected and incomplete.
Number 10.
That's
Warner Ross.
Third down, Trojan fans.
They actually have a really good linebacking core from, if I'm going off of seniors, because they have a few seniors, and they all look pretty nice.
Yes, I saw they had a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Might make it to where they could mix in some coverages. Some might be able to play down on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting to see what Bryson and everybody has to dial up for this defense. But first, the Lassiter defense trying to get off the field with a 0 to give their offense an early shot here. 3 minutes into the ball game, we're at 9:07. Long, looking right, pump fakes. Now setting up in the pocket and taken down. Huge sack on the play. Looks like that was Luke O'Malley getting in there. The senior, the Navy commit, Luke O'Malley getting in for his first tackle, and that'll bring on a Dalton punt.
Now, they were trying to develop something that was going to take a little bit of time. They tried to get Ricardo to bite, and that slow pump fake really got Ricardo to bite, but yet that sack really stopped it. That play looked like it was going. It could have been a pass interference, if anything.
So it'll be Adrian O'Mora to punt it away for the Dalton Catamounts. I had to listen for that name. High snap. O'Mora gets it down and over and out of bounds or so. It looks like it trickled back inbounds to about the 34-yard line. So a good Trojan bounce there, and that's where Bryson Harrison and company will go to work. Right when we take a quick break from the Frank. 8:23 remaining in the opening quarter. We're scoreless. Incoming the Trojan offense. Welcome back to the Frank here. Bryson Harrison under shotgun formation, lined up to his right as Gatson. He's going to be sent away on a wheel round. They're looking right at him, and that's going to be caught! Wow, what a play. Is that Shaheem out there?
Oh, yeah, high pointing that ball, getting it past the 40 of the Dalton Catamounts.
There's, of course, one of the Lutzy playmakers making the first play of scrimmage for the Lassiter offense felt huge, and it's basically right back to where Dalton was on the offensive side of the ball, and now in Dalton territory for the Lassiter offense. Bryson Harrison and company look like they're gonna hurry things up. Of course, the Georgia State Panther, soon to be. Harrison alone in shotgun. They're gonna hand this one off to Gatson. Gatson gonna create some space. Very similar play call to what Dalton had for a gain of about 2 yards. and keep it there for now. 7:43 and counting. We're in a scoreless first quarter here from Lassiter. Had a little bit of a visit, right?
Yeah.
Popular character out here, Reese.
Just family members.
There's the score bug. So it'll be second and about 8 yards. Sean Mixon lined up here in the slot.
Motioning for trips with Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo moving over to the near side of our screen. They're going to hand this one once again up to Gutson, and Gadsden's got some space. About 5 yards there, opening up third and about short. Anything of positive yardage here, you either move the chains or you feel like you've got a good chance for Drew to put you on the board early. Lassiter moving this ball, trying to keep the tempo. They like what they see now. Bryson under center. They're going to keep this one, a QB sneak, and a first down. I wish the Falcons would have been able to successfully do that at the end of the Week 1 game against the Saints, but was not to be. But Harrison doing his job, and a first down for the Trojans. You know I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, no, I was there in attendance for that Saints-Falcons game, and, man, I was rooting for those Falcons, being a Packers fan, but it was a tough loss, I will say.
Man, no words still. But hopefully these Trojans can fail better.
Running 2 tight ends here. Something
you don't see they run. They don't do that a lot. Noah Siebold out there on the right side. They're going to hand this one up the gut once again to Gadsden, and number 20 and number 16 there on the Dalton defense to create a stop. They were ready for it that time around. That is Ethan Evans, the senior, credited with the tackle. So it'll be second and 10 right from the line of scrimmage. 6 minutes now, halfway through the first quarter. Lassiter slowing things right back down.
Yeah, after that pass, we've really been running up the middle. I mean, it's working. I'm glad to see it. Sam Gadsden getting some touches. I mean, Bryson ran up that middle.
Yeah, you wonder if they'll go back and attack the other hash here.
Oh, yeah.
Noah Seabolt lined up at the fullback position. Also, hyper tight ends. Of course, Cade Cook played that position last year. I don't believe he's on the squad this year, is he not? End around. Ricardo trying to break some tackles, and that play was blown dead by the Catamounts. And a little bit of a late action there, taken at Ricardo's leg and face mask. No call. And that'll put the Trojans in a situation where they don't want. Now 3rd and 16, they're going to have to pass. You don't think Drew's good from 53, but you give him a shot from 40.
For sure. I mean, if anything, that. If you don't want to pin him to the back, I mean, just take a field goal.
Yeah, true. So under 5 minutes to go now. See Shaw lined up in the slot. Noah. Oh, sorry. Bumped to your elbow there, mate. Looks like Noah had dropped his mouthpiece. Has gotten it back now. Bryson dropping back 5 or so steps. He's going to have to fling this one, and it is dropped.
They had that.
Screen pass was dialed up for Samuel. Looks like he might have been able to evade a tackler and get back into field goal range, but that was not the case there, and it looks like they are sending Drew out there. He is a senior after all, the state champion in soccer. Clearly, he has hit a 45-yarder to beat Sprayberry last year. You think that leg's only gotten stronger since then. And we'll see what our buddy has dialed up for here. And now Harrison coming back onto the field. Looks like Lassiter are a little confused on what the play call might be. Harrison out there to hold. So a 48-yard attempt for the senior, again, state soccer champion Drew Campbell. Hold by Harrison. The kick is up, and it is no good.
Just a little left, man. It was so close.
And you would like to think if they get another opportunity that they might be able to wow. Looks like Drew was roughed.
I believe so. I mean, is that a first down?
Should be. If not, you get another shot from about 40, and you like your odds from there. So I think a win-win situation. Well, what a break.
Man, there's so many little kids here.
We're up in the middle school section of town anyway.
Yeah, they must be doing some junior Trojan thing today.
Oh, I'm sure. It's about that time of year.
Oh, yeah. 15 yards it was roughing the kicker. That is fantastic. That is a first down.
That'll put Lassiter right into the red zone. So for people down there in our classroom, get that graphic up. The 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 16-yard line. So first time tonight we've seen the Lassiter run from the red zone. Gatson remaining into the ball game. Lined up to the right. Harrison, another QB keeper just to get ahead of the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he was able to barrel forward for about 5 yards. Called about 2nd and 6. 4:22.
Good to see that
counting.
they trust Bryson, running that ball.
Yeah.
As of last year, he did get injured, but
Yeah.
it's good to see he's out there.
As long as you limit the amount of carries, you hope that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, of course, and I feel like they're also building a little bit of trust in Levi, knowing that if he needs to come in and make a couple plays, he might be able to.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's a two-way system. Handoff to Gatson up the gut. Gatson was able to create about a semi-hole for himself. Noah Seabolt was able to pile him forward for about another yard. And it'll make it about 3rd down and 3.
I believe that was Griffin Mack.
Okay.
Noah Siebel out there on the end.
Thank you.
No worries.
Apologies to Noah. I got here at game time, so I'm not quite there yet, folks, but we're getting there. Traffic is a problem. 3rd down and 3. Harrison rolling out, looking for his options. Harrison chucking this one over to the corner of the end zone. It is knocked down and incomplete. And that'll bring up another 4th down opportunity. You think they'll probably go back to Drew here, and that's looks like what they're seeming to do.
Yeah, the Catamounts there on that defense, they covered that all up. Bryson had the green grass all in front of him, but I guess he decided to make a play, and sadly it didn't.
Looks like they had a bunch of defensive backs with bench press on and man ultimate team.
Yeah.
Blanketed man coverage.
Speaking of video games, 2K just came out last Friday, right?
Yeah, it's been a good game so far. Campbell here. Chance from 27 to give the Trojans an early lead. 2nd attempt at the drive. And this one is up and good. Drew Campbell, automatic money. And the Trojans with a 3-0 lead here. 3:09 remaining in the first period. Lassiter takes the ball in the opening drive with the help of a roughing the kicker penalty. They get back down into the red zone, and Campbell doesn't miss twice. You never, I wouldn't expected that either way.
No, it's good to see we do take an early lead here.
And we'll have to see how the defense rebounds when we come back from the Frank. 3-0 Lassiter. Back from the Frank here. Drew to boot things away once again, and this one is going to be taken once again down at the 2-yard line. Seems like that's his usual spot. Return man up past the 25-yard line out to the 26. That's number 21 for the Catamounts.
That was
Bubba Tanner. That's a fun name.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like your slang. Oh, yeah. Last year, Marty, he went, and you go, oh, yeah. So a little bit of a differentiate. Hope that Jim and Marty are both tuned in tonight. Broadcasters of a long time at this program, and they're more than likely have set up this program great for future generations. So shout out to both of those guys that paved the way for us. Handoff up the middle for about 3 yards. Once again, number 23, the nameless player as of right now. You would think that Max Preps the school website, huddle,
Somebody.
would have a complete roster.
Yeah.
Because I get Etowah, that was week 1 of a new team. I'll give it a little bit of slack on that one. We didn't have a home opener until like week 3 of last season, so we were able to build up a little bit of a database. And we played a pretty good team, home opener last year, a team that went deep in the playoffs. So,
Who was that?
Campbell? I want to say?
I do remember.
It's the game that Jim and Marty were still on the call for. I helped in the truck. But it looks like a penalty was enforced to the Trojans there. So 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Ethan Long going to hand this one up the gut. Once again, number 23 breaks loose and was probably a shoestring tackle away from making that look a lot worse.
Yeah, a lot of green grass in front of him. I believe that was Evan Sheila taking him up. No, it was Luke.
They're playing a little bit of a dual back there. They had Luke Blanchard in there along with number 23, which we're trying to get the name as soon as possible. Long fakes the handoff, screen pass. That's going to be closer to the sticks and a first down for the Catamounts.
Talk about Parker Hungbuehler.
Taken down by reception by number 10, Ricardo with the tackle there. Of course, Evan Scher also there in coverage. Ricardo's been all over the field here the last couple years, especially tonight. That seems like something that he's very capable of doing. A good athlete. Ethan Long, quarterback for the Catamounts, going over another audible. They're going to hand this one up the gut to number 23, and he's taken down after about a yard. Good tackle there. Looks like Joe Blackwell was able to come in there and make some presence felt.
Yeah, the Trojans they're able to stop the Catamounts here. They're doing a bunch of quick passes and runs up the gut, and that was an outside run, and they were able to stuff it up.
If you're Lassiter, you don't want to get too complacent looking for those two things, though, because you still got 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Got to keep that playbook open, because at some point Dalton will. Ethan, handoff right up the gut, over to the left side now.
Yeah, you never know when they'll air it out. I mean, they tried to on that last drive, and we were able to get a sack, which really was really good.
That was the big play. So that'll make it 3rd down. Can't wait for the announcer to let everybody else know that. Joe Blackwell in there for his 2nd tackle already. He's had a busy game. Something we've come to.
Down, Trojan band.
Wow. Something we've come to know, though, from the guys like Luke and Joe.
Yeah.
On the defensive side, being active all game. Dump off pass, and that's going to be, it looks like a first down and more, barreling down inside the 30-yard line. That is number 8.
Taken down number 7, Ricardo Jackson. That was the game put up for the first down. Going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Trojan 32-yard line.
I have a number 9, no number
Looks
8.
like that was Bannon Felon, the junior, the tight end. You would think after taking notes for 3 hours, it'd be a little bit better organized. Last play of the first quarter, more than likely after this, a flag is down. See what this call is.
Greenway taken out of bounds by number 46. But again, there's a penalty on the play.
Man, there's so many people here. We got students galore. We got parents and teachers from the junior Trojans.
Yeah.
I mean,
Saw a couple of my early teachers walking in today.
Yeah.
Shout out to the varsity baseball coach, Coach Ristay, huge Kentucky fan. It was me. Back him up. Be 1st and 20. 1st and 20 now. 35 seconds to go. You have to think they'll probably give another simple misdirection to end the quarter.
Yeah. I can see them even taking a shot here.
Ethan handing it up to number 23, breaking a tackle, taken down after about 4 yards.
What did he just say? His name is Greenway.
Parker getting his tackle. This will be 2nd and 15. And it looks like that might be it for the first quarter unless the personnel decides to run one last play. 6 seconds and counting. They're going to have to be quick about it if so. And that will do it for the first quarter. 3-0 Lassiter from the Frank. We'll be right back from LNN. Second quarter of action here. Right away, Ethan Long on 2nd and 15 is going to have to scramble outside the pocket, breaking a tackle, running inside the 30-yard line. Down he goes over towards the first down marker. Ethan.
Yeah, they tried to run that fake pass to the right again, and unsuccessful there. He rolled out. Wasn't
contained.
No sack.
No QB contained.
And you have Carlos there to get the
down, Trojan fans.
I know, that's awesome.
Let's get up. Let's get loud.
Well, if you didn't know what down it was, the public address announcer letting everybody know in the southeast.
yeah.
All the way over in Kell High School probably could hear that.
Just a little bit too close to the mic.
Maybe give him about 10 years and he'll be back to the old modest form.
Yeah.
It's a brand new gig for him too.
Whole new staff.
3rd and 3, Ethan Long handed off to number 23, and he is going to break a tackle. It's going to depend on the spot.
Inches.
Looks like they're going to bring out the chains. Awaiting the spot here. It's going to depend on if it's a 4th and inches or a first down. Waiting the signal.
Looks like it's a bit short. It's going to bring up 4th down.
There you go. 4th down.
And now Dalton with a decision to make.
4th down, Trojan fans. Get loud. Get loud. Let them hear you go.
I think they're pretty
Trojan
loud.
fans.
I think they're pretty loud already, as it seems. Coordinators behind us telling them to watch the ball.
Yeah, that last play, they pulled a couple linemen to the right side to get that hole.
You wonder if there's going to be a direct snap of some sort. 4th and inches. They're going to hand this one up the gut, and he's going to take it inside the red zone and not touched for a touchdown. Dalton taking the lead. Once again, number 23. He's been all over our backs tonight. And it'll be a 6-3 lead.
Yeah,
for the Catamounts.
It looked like Joe had made a pretty nice play on the wide receiver and just was so focused on that and was not able to see the quarterback right up on him. Unfortunate.
And the same guy that was on for punting duties, Adrian O'Meara, on for the PAT. His kick is up and it is good. So, with 10:57 remaining here in the first half, a new score. The visitors, the Dalton Catamounts, 7. And the hometown Lassiter Trojans, 3. We'll be right back from the Frank, Blake and Reese.
Catamounts for the kickoff.
They can read the plays better.
Number 93.
Kicking it away are the Catamounts.
Okay, I'll tell them that. Over. They said no.
And that'll be taken up around the 20,
Takes the ball out to the 29-yard
29. That's number
Number 4, Jack Strickland on that return.
the senior. It's funny, we got a news from downstairs. We asked if they could zoom out our broadcast angle for everybody at home to see the game a little bit better, and we got information, and unfortunate no from down in the AV room. So the view that you guys are seeing on the screen is what we're stuck with.
Now, speaking of views, the view we've got
Oh,
is
wow.
absolutely outstanding.
It's a beautiful sunset out here on Shallowford.
Yes.
You can see over towards Kennesaw Mountain in that distance.
Great sunset tonight.
And wonder it's been a while since Bryson and the offense has been out on the field. You wonder if there's a little bit of fatigue that's been set in. Sometimes it's a fear when they've been off the field for so long.
Lassiter football would like to thank their season sponsors, Spizzeri Law.
Check out the Michael Harris jersey over to the left of us. That's spiffy.
Oh,
Don't see a lot of those yet, but that dude with the new contract
You will.
took the advantage and got himself a new Michael Harris II.
Yeah, one of the
Red
best
jersey.
outfielders we've got.
There's a flag on that way.
Gatson not so happy.
'24 and 28.
That's Raquiz Washington, number 24. And Samuel Gatson, it looks like they had a little bit of a tangle up.
I believe that it's going to be a personal foul.
Momentum starting to shift towards the Dalton sideline. Hate to use the Charles Davis line. But oh, Mo, he might have to switch sides on you.
Yeah, that's not what we want to hear.
Looks like they're talking it over with the Lassiter huddle. Number 16 menacingly listening in.
It's been a pretty calm game, I'd say, so far. Hopefully we can get some big plays like that Jaheim Murray catch.
I need to suit your brother up for the double pass.
Yeah, they're trying it. It seems like it
Is
almost.
there a fifth-year eligibility option?
I mean, not in high school.
Of course, jokes and all. But yeah, this is a beautiful sunset out here. You see the blue, the orange, the pink,
Along with the
fades into the
clouds.
darkness. Yep, the darkness of gray.
Offside against the Catamounts.
Perfect amount of clouds over. It's not too little, not too many. It's like a cartoon drawn.
Personal foul against the Catamounts as well.
Okay, so it looks like we might have some offsetting penalties here. Personal fouls were, looks like they were issued to both sides.
Personal foul against the Trojans.
Offsides on Dalton, but the personal foul on Lassiter, the aggregate yards on the penalty, so it'll back Lassiter up. Be first and 20.
Wouldn't you think those offset?
You would think so, but again, that's why we're up here.
First down and 20 to go from the Trojans.
And Lassiter, of course, had a lot of issues last year, and of course in that opening game, I don't know if it's been the same issue the last two. Behind the chains, they have not had great success, and that's not a formula you want to win by. And now having to line up in first and 20 once again, we'll have to see what goes on. Harrison is going to hand this one up the gut, and that's going to be a big hole, gaping side. Jaheim Murray out of the 40, first down and more, out towards midfield, finally dragged down. There's that big play we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Split the gaps right up the middle, was able to get up past the 45, and we are down. First down, Trojans.
Beat him to it.
Yeah,
First down.
You're late.
not good enough. There's Mo, huh?
For sure. Momentum meter on Madden was inching a little bit closer towards the Trojan logo. So now first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looks like they got motion. And that is Jaheim getting another carry. He's going to break forward for about 7 yards and push forward. It looks like Dalton might have had him wrapped up for about 5, but a good push on the tackle, and bumps him for about an 8-yard gain. You know, Samuel has had a great year from what it seems like, but it feels like what worked a lot last year was the bread and butter that Samuel and Jaheim were able to provide together. And I wonder if Lassiter is going to look to go back to that, you know, a little bit of a mix and match between the two guards, excuse me.
Yeah, I remember early in my underclassmen years, I was able to go to the Kell game. It was a away game, young JV game, I believe.
Yeah.
Jaheim Murray, first drive, first play, I'm pretty sure. He boosted for a touchdown. It was amazing. Good to see him doing the same at varsity.
Harrison up the gut. There's Murray. Murray once again bouncing off. He's got a first down and more.
Number 13.
And it looks like the ball has come out.
Yeah, that was a fumble.
And it will be Catamounts football. Couldn't make it up any better. Unfortunate swing. Lassiter offense trying to plead their case that he was down. Coordinators behind us saying the same thing. Jaheim laying down on one knee in the huddle, unbelieved at what had just occurred.
First down for the Catamounts.
I don't even know if he got stripped or if he just lost it. Bouncing off the guys. Sadly.
Yeah, I wonder if all the hits he'd taken, if they hit him right in the right spot. You like what you saw there. I'm sure they'll probably go back to him at some
very
point.
Successful drive right there, and sadly just lost it.
And Maris leaves Blessed Trinity.
Wow. Marist up on Blessed Trinity. Shout out to both those schools. My dad, an alumni from Marist. Of course, Blessed Trinity in our region. We'll see them later this year.
It's an away game.
Is it? I believe it's here.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong.
I believe it's the last game of the year. That'll be really interesting to see. Now, new quarterback, and that's Parker McClung.
Another flag. Like we had some miscommunication here on the defense on the right side. I don't quite know what happened, but quarterback actually muffed the ball in the backfield on that pass, so he had a double tap right there.
And again, that's the senior now, Parker McClung.
Looks like that infraction is going to go against the Trojans.
Another penalty.
So I wonder what quarterback will be taking snaps here. It's going to move the ball across into Trojan territory. The number now at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they're doing some rotation here at quarterback. 15 started the game now. Now we got 15.
Ethan Long was in for the first couple drives. Now with the senior, Parker McClung. McClurg, I should say. Interesting concept being that you just scored with the other guy. Number 23 in the backfield, taken down by a pack of Trojans.
Almost got loose.
Wrapped down by Jaheim Murray officially. Joe Blackwell, Evan Shure, and others. Luke O'Malley all getting in there. Good bunch of people. Looks like the whole defense swarmed on him that play. Now the thing is you can't get complacent. You can't be jumping on that. They might throw an RPO or play action at you, and you don't want what happened on 4th and 1 once again.
Yeah. I mean, they had a little bootleg on the last drive going to our right, and everybody bit on it, and then they all rolled out, and they were able to get a completion out on the right side, and I believe it was first down, but you don't want to see that. So, make up for all mistakes here. You got Luke Blanchard, the senior running back, lined up at the top of your screen. He's one of their bigger athletes on the team. McClure looking into the backfield. There's number 23 once again, and he's got a lot of space. 23 inside the 30, inside the 20, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Catamounts. There are no flags. Yeah, it looks like the Trojan brought a blitz there, and they had a little dump out to the right with perfect blocking scheme, and that was just unfortunate timing, I can only say.
And just like that, a 13-point swing.
Field goal away from 14.
Adrian O'Meara on for the PAT attempt. Ethan Long in there for the hold. Hold is up, and the kick is good, and call it a 14-3 advantage. 8:29 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a break from the Frank as Bryson Harrison and company try to come back out and put the fire out. Back from the Frank, 8:29 and counting.
Back kick received, the kick number 4, Jack
Strickland
Strickland.
along with
Number 80.
Company back for the kick return.
Lefty. Short kick.
Lassiter's got some work to do. Taken in around the 15-yard line by, looks like that's Evan Schur. He's got some space out to the 30-yard line. That's 24, Parker. I thought it was 23, Evan Schur, so my apologies. So Lassiter with 71-yard march set up. Quick math.
Excited to see them pull something out, maybe get 2 drives in if it's possible.
Yeah.
A quick drive here, and then we have them punt for maybe at most 2 minutes, and then get the ball back.
You do get the ball back to start halftime. So
yeah,
Lassiter very much in this game, but you got to stay ahead of the chains. In the last drive, they were not able to do that. Finally got a little bit of momentum under your belt, and you coughed up football. And interesting to see that Samuel Gatson is back in at the running back position. Here's Harrison on the keeper, and Harrison's got some space. Hold on to that football, young man. Carry of about 14 yards, as I call him young man. He's probably 6 months younger than me.
He's got those blue shoes on representing Georgia State right
Oh,
there.
yeah. Shout out to him. I'm going to be excited to watch some of their games next year.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch them probably specifically for him.
Yeah.
Now, what my hope is that, I watched the Georgia State game a couple weeks ago when Mac Brown and the Tar Heels came into town down at Turner Field, and that was a good game. But I was interested to see if it was a upperclassman quarterback to make it to where it's a competition that Bryson might be able to win the job at some point next year, which that'd be really exciting to watch. Working quickly now. They're going to hand this one up to Gatson, and Gatson able to break a tackle for about 5 or 6 yards. Right over towards Coach Tome on the sideline, so it'll be 2nd and 6, 7:30 now.
Yeah, production has died down this drive, but we're gradually pushing forward. Now it's 2nd down here on the second first down of the drive, and let's see if we can maybe take a shot here.
You would think they're going to count on the many victories after the penalties backing you up and the fumble. You don't want to have to rely on those shot so-called one-play touchdown draw-ups. Shaw Mixon in motion. Harrison looking his way, and he's going to fire this one over to the sideline. Incomplete off the foot of the referee.
Unfortunately, he got tripped up there.
And that'll be 3rd and 6. A little bit of the undersized throw. You wonder if it was a one-on-one ball, if Shaw was even able to pull that in.
But yeah.
Had a good jump on the DB, though. So
yeah, hopefully we can convert here. That shot was, I'd say, pretty necessary, but I was hoping for maybe some dig down the middle or something more legible to catch.
So have to see what Drew's come up with here, along with the offensive coordinator. Here's Bryson. Bryson, 3-step drop, looking over the middle and knocked down, incomplete. Great play.
Great defense.
He was looking.
Yeah, the Catamounts are playing phenomenal defense here. They just had some couple big plays.
Knocked down by the junior Andy Atangan. And of course he was looking for Griffin Mack, not Noah Siebel.
Yeah.
And that will bring out the dork, as they call him, Bradley Hungerbuehler. Coach, tell me if you're listening in film study, there's your shout out.
Timeout.
And we'll take it with them. Catamounts taking their first time out of the half, 6:57 remaining. They got 2 remaining. And we'll be right back from the Frank, 14-3, Lassiter on the punt.
Once again, Frank Henderson, we need you to move your car. Frank Henderson, please move your car.
Frank Henderson has a car in the way. I'm sure you're not watching the broadcast, but Frank Expect better from you, sir. 4th and 6. Bradley punted away, almost rugby style. Had to get away, and he was absolutely flatlined in the backfield. Punt down inside the 20-yard line. There is a flag down. It might have been another roughing call. Wow.
Interesting.
Lassiter's only 3 points tonight have come off a roughing call that set him up with a new series of downs. We'll see what happens here. Running into the kicker.
It is running.
And a huge break for Lassiter. You wonder if the rugby style that Bradley came out and also called, also known as the Dork, came out and was able to draw some of the flaggers in the backfield, because they roughed him up pretty good and they got him right on the leg.
Yeah, that's good to see. It is a rough in the kicker, so that is a 15-yard penalty. Now we are in positive territory. All we have to do is get 39 more yards and we're in that touchdown.
32 yards complete, 39 more left to achieve. Ricardo Jackson lined up on the top of our screen. And it'll be a QB keeper for Harrison. Harrison is able to push over a man for about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 inside.
Talking a little smack back to number 26.
To the 35-yard line now, number 26. Yeah, that's the man that had the great defense on the last pass attempt, Andy Atanganen. And you feel like if you're Bryson, you want to start slinging that rock a little bit more. He's got the arm in him.
Yeah, he's pretty mobile.
Look at the truck downstairs. I'm sure that was someone that was on one of our graphic department letting everybody know Frank does have to move his car. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if that was you, but whoever that is, that's funny. That is a drop pass intended for Ricardo Jackson. Looks like the PA announcer dropped his microphone.
Yeah, the center must have snapped it. JP must have just snapped it a little earlier. Bryson was just not looking and hit his chest, and he just had to sling it, and sadly, it was just out of reach for Ricardo.
Shaw coming into the game. It looks like number 19, Griffin Mack, on the way out. I'm sorry, that was Luke O'Malley. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. So down a distance that has haunted the Trojans so far tonight. Harrison, 4-step drop, having to go in the screen pass, having to make some moves is Ricardo, and he is not going anywhere. Got about halfway to where they needed. You would gotta think this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, that jailbreak really isn't working. Looks like they've always got some guy, some linebacker, some D lineman that's waiting for it, and it's been swallowed at the line of scrimmage each time we've ran it. So hopefully we look to some other options here on 4th down.
I don't know if you trust Drew from 52 after the miss from 48, but being that you're down multiple possessions,
might have to.
You got to trust your defense to get some sort of stop. So it looks like Coach Tom will keep the offense out there, trusting their defense either way.
Trips to the left here.
Yep, Shaw Mixon lined up on the slot along with Ricardo Jackson. They got, looks like timeout. And that'll be the 2nd timeout of the half for the Dalton Catamounts. And
hoping for some energy here.
We'll stay with them here. Because you said you were looking at other options from that jailbreak screen. Let's play the coordinator game here. What's your draw?
Now I am thinking, Bryson's got some wheels. I am liking that rolling out, and they've been biting on that run. So I'd say we get some sort of slant or some cross or something to have him on the open if he rolls out right, just to get a little dump off. I mean, their defense in the back, in corners and safeties, they do look a little softer than their linebackers and D linemen. So I believe that if we were to shift that line and get them out of the pocket, I mean, we could probably get something done.
So it sounds like they got trips to the left behind us. Wonder if that's what you had drawn up or not. It looks like from your body language, it sounds like a swing and a miss. Which also, speaking of swing and a miss, Braves and Phillies scoreless in the 4th inning action, about 9 miles south of us. 4th and call it about 3 or 4 yards here. Harrison lined up. Good time. He's going to throw a deep bomb, and it is going to be caught and dropped. Ricardo Jackson was into the end zone. He had a walk-in touchdown, and he let that ball drop. Looked just like Christian Watson on Sunday.
Oh
man.
Don't bring me back. Oh, man. You had to do it, huh?
Oh, man.
So depressing. Gosh. Straight flashbacks you just gave me. I was not thinking about that. I was not planning on thinking about that tonight. And
Hey.
gosh.
Shout out to the Lassiter student section. They were prematurely fooled. They shot off some confetti off that one, but unfortunate as it is as a turnover on downs.
Man, that could not be more unfortunate.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ricardo. You know, if he gets that same opportunity twice, just like Drew, he's not dropping that again.
Yeah, no way. I'm hoping for the same for Christian Watts.
Someone who also plays a little bit of DB, you know he's got good hands.
Yeah.
So they're going to hand this one up to gut to number 23, and they're going to have to bounce it to the outside. It's the same play call they've called for most of the first half tonight, and that's going to be out towards midfield, call it the 49-yard line. And popping up all good is he. Looks like he might have been banged up, and he said, nope, coach, I'm good to go. Keep me right out there.
Yeah, I actually did hear from Parker Hungerbuehler today that their running back is top tier, and so I'm really seeing that. That bounce out to the left really surprised me there.
They
And
got a lot of depth at that position, too, just looking at it here. I mean, we've seen Luke Blanchard in there. We've seen Adriel Hernandez, the junior. Kendricks London has gotten some snaps as well. So they got a lot of guys that they like at that running back position.
yeah, not a
You
lot
can
of
see
seniors.
why.
You know, they have a majority of their seniors are linebackers. As the quarterback is scrambling out to the left,
Oh!
taken out of
What a
bounds by
play.
Joe Blackwell.
He kind of took over for a play and got me
That's
in
on
the
me.
fan mode. Joe Blackwell.
But yeah, as I was saying, their linebackers are mainly all their seniors. It's a pretty young squad, I'd say.
Again, this is a big game for both squads, just outside of region play. Lassiter 2-1, Dalton 1-2. Strength of schedule might have to come into play on that one, though. Of course, they had their lone victory over Rockmount High School. Here is number 23 once again, and he is going to be bounced. A big flag on the play. His helmet comes off. He's laughing at something. Don't know what he's talking to on the Lassiter sideline. Might have been talking to the official here. You saw him on our replay. Popped his helmet off and was saying something to the sideline. You wonder if it was to Coach Tome or the official or whoever it was, but he had some words.
It was a little rough play right there. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure he's said some words after his 2 touchdowns tonight. He's the reason that Dalton's in front. It might have been an illegal block in the back, or
Must have. I mean, that's when he threw the flag.
That's going to bring up second down and 25 to go.
and if you're Lassiter, you got to play some prevent coverage here.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't let that screen beat you. Don't let them get back into third and manageable. You want to keep them where they are in this down and distance.
yeah, if it were me, I might let off a little blitz going so we can get them pushed back just a tad bit more and cause a little bit more pressure, maybe make them run it on that 4th down.
After seeing the Falcons game Sunday, I would not be mad at that.
No.
See, I bring up the Christian Watson incident. I get my fair share of it too. So, Ethan Long still in there at quarterback. They're going to hand this one off to the side, and that is
Arm tacklers.
Greenway Military pickup.
Adriel Hernandez, the junior we were talking about him a minute ago, and they're 3rd and 7 now. That's the 18-yard gain we didn't want to see.
No. On a run play, mind you.
That's third
Yeah, just not.
down.
We weren't finishing tackles right there. I mean,
Defense near you. Get up, get loud, let's go!
So 4:41, clock is temporarily stopped. This is the play Lassiter needs to make.
yeah.
This is a play
Show
you
some
don't
pride.
want to let Dalton convert and move the chains. With the penalties that you've had him set up with, this would be a bad luck to let him have a new set of downs here on 3rd and 8. Remaining in the ball game, and that ball is going to be tipped. Luke Blanchard is able to get it, and they're going to corral him in the backfield, back around the midfield logo.
Looked like Griffin Mack in backfield, able to barely graze his arm and cause a little disruption in the pass. 4th down at the 50. And
What a big play.
They're looks like they're trying to decide to go for it here, having some confidence in that offense.
And either way, you got one timeout in your pocket. You can always take a delay game and back yourself up a couple more yards for your punter.
4th down and 10 to go from the midfield.
I mean, it's kind of hard to find that happy medium in high school with everybody's legs aren't as strong as the college and the pro game. It's kind of hard to find that happy medium between too close to punt where it's a touchback and also too far to where they're going to have the field position battle won. And there is
a timeout.
A timeout. That'll be Dalton's last, I believe.
Catamounts.
So that's the last first half timeout used by Dalton. And with 3:46 remaining in the opening half, they got a big choice to make. I wouldn't be surprised if they punted that ball. Lassiter does get ball to start the second half.
Clock is running. I don't really know why.
I think it might be a minute timer for how long the timeout is.
That's on there.
So I think that might be what it is, at least. I'm sure people down in our classroom can see it on our scoreboard camera as well. Don't be fooled, that is not the game clock.
Man, seeing all these junior Trojans really bringing me back to when I played football. And whenever we were here on the games, we would either be up here in the stands where we are,
or you're down in the pit.
Or we're down in the pit,
Shout out to the legend, the no longer with us, the pit. It's been filled in for the new gym, and
it's been a little resurrected. I mean, just a different format, but
how's it been resurrected?
I mean, we tore it down, and then we put grass over it, and it's still there.
So now it's just a flat line.
Yeah.
Prairie. The prairie? I guess that's a new term for that to ask one of these little rascals at halftime with the
yeah, get a little interview in.
Start of the second half, we'll probably have some scores from around the GHSA Association. Scores around the state, punted away by the Catamounts, and that's going to be a tricky hop that doesn't look like Lassiter wants anything to do with, and that's going to roll all the way down to the 2-yard line. It looks like they might have knocked it a couple times, but
unbelievable punt. That roll was rolling out of bounds and then said, nope.
It's almost like that 5-yard delay game when it ruined it.
Yeah.
So red zone is not in play for Lassiter, having to go 98 yards. So
in
again,
3.5 minutes.
Yeah. If they get anywhere near the red zone this drive, you'd have to think that's a successful, one going into half. But again, backed up in their own territory, not in the red zone. For the people downstairs. Lassiter on their own 2-yard line. Here's Bryson under center. They're going to hand this one up to Gadsden. Gadsden getting about 3 yards. On the keeper end, there's more fireworks going on after the play between Ricardo Jackson and Camden Whipple, sophomore, number 30. So it's 2nd and 5.
Man, I'm just thinking about how open Ricardo was.
So second and 5. Another handoff, Gatson.
Corrado to the ground by number 46.
Offensive linemen starting to say some words to one another too. This is getting a little interesting, a little feisty here before halftime.
Yeah, making this trip, making it interesting.
This is big play. You don't want to give Dalton the ball back, especially with how Bradley punts the ball. I don't think you want to have to play with punting it from your own end zone and hoping that you get a roll, similar to the way Dalton is, because you want to keep this deficit right where it is, if anything. Gatson trying to help out, and that is a first down and more for Gatson. Out to the 15 and taken down by a string of Catamounts.
Yeah, that was Bubba Tanner there on that play. And Ethan Evans on that tackle. But luckily we had some blockers in front of Sam Gatson, able to get past the 15 and first down.
Griffin Mack coming out, Ricardo Jackson back in. Harrison awaiting his play
Hendricks
call.
too. He's a senior. My buddy, number 80. He made a big play last Friday against Woodstock, and glad to see him out here on the offense. Proving him wrong.
One thing you do like in this scenario is Lassiter does have 3 timeouts. The last couple of times they've had end-of-half scenarios. They haven't had the timeouts in their favor, but they do in this scenario. Screen pass.
2 Vincent Hendricks there.
For about 4 yards. They'll wind it under 2 minutes.
I was getting pressed.
Take off the red zone banner. We're not in the red zone.
Oh, he beat
Harrison going over the middle, and that is caught and dropped again. Oh, it's been a night of jinxes.
Man, every receiver beat their man. I saw all 3 receivers beat that corner.
4 verticals
Anybody.
driven up.
Man, that was great by each receiver. Just sadly dropped by Ricardo.
Ricardo with a possibly could have the Trojans up 17-14 as of right now. Man, you hate to see it. Coming over on the sideline, I'm sure that he's shaken up as well. Man, that's rough.
Gosh.
If your brother drops that ball, what are you saying?
I am screaming, man. That is,
This will be 3rd and 7, 90 seconds remaining in the half. Rollout, as you've said. Harrison off his back foot into traffic, and that is going to be caught for a nice first down. There is Noah Seabolts. And a first down.
Mr. Tone.
Timeout, Trojans.
Yep, as Reese said, there is the first time out in the half. 1:22 remaining. We'll be right back from the Frank. Lassiter on the march, needing to get some points right before half. Right back from the Frank. Harrison over the middle, over the head of Shaw Mixon. He hasn't been targeted a lot tonight.
No, surprisingly, he was one of his favorite targets the other night, and it's been real quiet for him.
You'll pay them back, right? Yeah, they'll pay him back. They don't have Fine, I'll do it. They have no money. I'm keeping this. All right, you're out that way.
2nd and 10 from Lassiter's own 30-yard line. Here's Harrison rolling out to the right, looking over the middle, having to avoid one of the D linemen, and a blocking evade, and Harrison now creating space. First down at the 40, depending on the spot. Looks like he might have gotten it. Lassiter hurrying up.
Either way, we want to snap that ball because clock's running down. It's now 1:06.
Piedmont Church first down for the Trojans, under a minute, 1:03. Harrison looking back over the middle, and that is going to be caught. Noah Seabolt inside at the 35-yard line. He's gone up the seam a couple times, and it's worked.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see some great accuracy from Bryson.
So 59 seconds, they're going to set the ball. 56 seconds now. Harrison looking over the right side, and that is going to be off the hands. Aaron Daniels, the junior. You don't know him?
I do not.
That's your homework for between next game. Go be compatible buddies with Aaron Daniels.
Find him in the halls. I'll do my best.
It was weird because last year I was the student in the booth. And now you are.
Doing all that homework.
So, yeah.
But it's good to see some variety here at wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. Of course, a lot of seniors, including your brother last year, Danny Parker, as we mentioned earlier. Keeper for Bryson Harrison, and he has got some space up towards the first down marker.
I'm actually content with that incomplete pass. It did stop the clock, brought us a little, okay, we got to finish this drive,
Yeah. So we got 40 seconds on the dot. It'll be 3rd and 2. We'll stay here from the Frank. See Bryson talking things over with Coach Tome on our cameras.
Today it looks like we got both bands ready to perform at halftime.
You love that, honestly. It's funny because, like, both games we've done so far this year, there hasn't been, like, a national anthem performer. It's just been the bands and cohesion.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you see, of course, the home team, us, the Trojan marching band, they start out. And, of course, last game it was Etowah. This time with Dalton, their marching band joins in about 2 notes later.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm not the best singer, so I'm not going to say the lyrics, but I'm sure you know what I mean. They're about a good doo-doo-doo behind the other marching band.
Yeah.
They show them lining up.
As the half is winding down, I wish to see some energy from this crowd. I'm waiting for the PA to give us some little pump.
And it'll be a keeper for Harrison, and he is taken down in the backfield, it looks like.
Yeah, but forward progress seemed to have brought him forward. But man,
Scrumming between their own teammates.
Yeah, now we're going to get up. Let's go.
That's going to bring up a Church. First down.
25 seconds and counting. That was a big spot there, a big help for the Trojans. Be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Harrison looking over his options. He's going to fire this one down towards the end zone, and it is deflected down, incomplete.
Dangerous throw right there. He was just kind of throwing it up.
Looks like Jack Strickland and Noah Seabolt were both in the vicinity. That will stop the clock momentarily. Drew, I'm sure, is somewhere frantically warming up on the sideline.
Yeah, I'd like to see us go for a touchdown here.
Yeah, no offense to Drew. We want you to be kicking for 1 point right here.
Yes.
So, you've done your part in the first half. Let's have you come out and have 4 points in the first and not
10
6.
to 14 is a lot more comfortable
Than 14-6 or
Yes.
even 14-3. Working over the middle, there's Bryson. That is inside the red zone. Timeout will be called. 9 seconds. Lassiter is in the red zone. And they're going to spike it.
First down.
What is this peach tree?
So,
We got a sponsor or something? I'm honestly curious.
now we're in the Jim Aldi Ellis red zone. Good grief, we're all over
We're
the subscription
naming
money.
everything.
We're sellouts right now.
Yeah.
Our boosters do a lot. You would think that they do their part. You don't have to take all their funding away and put them all to the sponsors.
Yeah.
Name them after famous boosters, right?
I like to call it a red zone, you know. The classic.
What about the Nickelodeon slime zone?
Oh, man, we talked about this.
So it'll be 2nd and goal. There we go. Red zone graphic up and ready for use. Lassiter with 1 timeout remaining. You got 40 on play clock.
What are you wishing for here? What is your perfect play?
I think you have a one-on-one shot fade, and then you have the rest of everybody run slants and drags.
Even with that soft coverage on the left side?
I'm not a defensive mastermind. You played, I didn't, so. If I was calling this play, though, of course, I don't know anything.
Honestly, I'd like to see a quick slant.
It's 5 wide. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 2 drags over the middle.
Give me a Jack Strickland quick slant.
And it is fired over the middle, incomplete. Big hit there.
That. Number 5 was all over it.
And there's a flag.
There's the flag. That's what we like to see.
That's going to be an automatic first down. I might make Lassiter have an idea where they want to try to punch this in.
Oh, yeah.
Quick screen. You got 4 seconds. If you do it quickly, you got a chance for a play and a kick opportunity.
Yeah, this is half the distance to the goal here. You know, we're going to get another first down, reset downs. It's a clean slate with 4 seconds left. This is a way easier touchdown.
Now, the clean slate is great. It's just a matter if you know you have 2 plays in your pocket. If you
Yeah.
do, you know that Lassiter is going to try to run this ball in one more time. They do have one more timeout in their use, so they could always have Coach Tome lined up right next to the side judge and have a running penalty, or a running call. And if it doesn't get in, Coach Tome can be right there to call the timeout. You see Nick Saban do that a lot with Alabama on the sideline.
Yeah, but we don't have timeouts.
3rd and goal on the 5-yard line with 4 seconds remaining in the game.
Interesting. Well, why did we spike the ball?
I think we spiked the ball to save that last time out.
There you go.
Now Lassiter calling the last time out. So throw that all out the window.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is for a little out route, maybe a rollout for Bryson.
Yes.
Get that 2 seconds at most. That quick, just roll out to the right, throw it at most 3 seconds. And if we don't get that, I'd say we run it in because that clock will stop. It has to be in the end zone though. That's what I need that. I need to see that. Maybe a touchdown here, and then we're 10-14. That is a possible 17-14 going into the third quarter after we score a touchdown, getting the ball in the
Like
second
the
half.
confidence. Now the thing is, what side are you rolling out to?
Right side. Bryson is a right-handed quarterback. I'd like to see Ricardo Jackson with a hopeful catch to redeem
That would
himself
be
in
the
first half.
greatest way to end the first half.
Yeah.
Catamounts defense is out there. They're saying, all right, guys, what you got for us?
Yeah.
Maybe trying to play the card.
Yeah, they've been playing great. Corners, linebackers, everybody's playing well.
Lassiter will be going for the end zone here. Strickland at the top of your screen. Along with your guy, Ricardo Jackson, you might see that rollout screen that we were talking about. One-on-one coverage on the far left side. It looks like they're motioning Strickland. So it's just Ricardo, trips to the left. Roll out to the left side. Over in the end zone. Harrison, it is
Great defense there.
incomplete.
Read him. He was open there, but man, 13 was all over it there, and now it is halftime.
And that will do it for the first half from the Frank. Shaw Mixon not able to corral that, but great defense as well on the Catamounts sideline. Lassiter's still in this game, and they got to understand that, but they got to come out with an early second half stop. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes or so for the second half from the Frank. 14-3 Catamounts our score. We'll see you guys in about 15 minutes from scores from around the region. And we'll be back. Reese and Blake. 14-3 Trojans. Or excuse me, Catamounts.
We proudly present to you a show live and nothing short of wonderful. The 2022 edition of Dalton High School Catamounts Marching Band. Assistant Director of Night Lighthouse and Young Adult Children. Professor of Sexual National Order. Program Coordinator, the same as me. And Party Director for Annabelle Priscilla and Lee Rayla. Tonight, the band will perform their 2022 production, A No Love Celebration, commemorating the 60th anniversary of Amazon Party Soft Hat Tradition. Musical selections include Just a Closer Look with Me, Old Lang River, House of the Rising Sun, Spotlight Show, What a Wonderful World, and Women's Saints Go Marching In. The band is under the direction of drum majors Maria Perez, Lauren Pye, and Bella Soasis. Drum makers are the Marching Catamounts ready. School Pickup Marching Band. Special thanks to all those who helped keep the show on the field this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the Lassiter High School Marching Trojan Band! The 2022 Lassiter Marching Band promises to carry on the tradition of excellence established by the band program over the years. Tonight's performance will include selections from this year's show entitled Rise. The program will open with a musical selection of World Awaits by American composer John Mackey, and selections from the Firebird Suite by renowned composer Igor Stravinsky. Our second production includes Rise Up by American R&B soul artist Andrea J. under the field direction of drum majors Kara Justice, Josh Hardcar, Ronald Weitzel, and Manny Young. Here is 2022 Lassiter High School Marching Trojans! assistant and Sean Morris, and Sean Catamounts. The following order is instructed by Fighting Phillips, assistant with Trey Gaines, and Lassiter Trojans. And Janet, and their instructors include Bryson Harris, Jonathan Chastain, Jacob Morris, Julia Payne, Stephen Liddell, and Brian Liddell. And managers covered by co-presidents Kristen Hopkins and Lisa Hughes. The Marching Trojan Band is sponsored by Chick-fil-A, Last Cranberry, Swiss Out Orthodontics, Advanced Living Academy, Pre-Lincoln, Open Road RV, John Carson, Pro Performance Therapy, Vincent Hires, Zachary Sinclair, and Amy Plus. We thank you for your friendship. Have a safe evening and enjoy the game.
Halftime brought to you by Ziegler Drink, proud supporter of Lassiter Trojans since 2010. Tonight's game is streamed live on LNNBroadcast.com. Production brought to you by students last week broadcast team and directed by we come online. LNNBroadcast.com.
If stuff happening is on this side of the field, you have to be able to, you gotta get like kind of wide shots, but also kind of close up shots. So what do you mean by that? Basically, and then if something starts happening, then you can try and zoom in. Zoom in. Basically, we started So can you zoom in a little bit? Because it's like... Hey, my stand is knocked off a little bit. Let me fix it real quick. Can you just take it on down the field?
As we come back from the second half, your first goal is
Okay, I'm good to go.
Second half is underway from the Frank. Get the ball. Ball that almost trickled out of bounds.
My gosh.
Jaheim, I think he was looking like he was trying to let it roll out of bounds
Yeah, I
there,
think
but
he
that's
thought
a
it was a
live ball.
punt
If you don't
return.
hop on it, that's Catamount football, and that ruins your whole point of deferring.
All right, so what are you expecting? Second half.
Yes, I guess we'll catch up with everybody at home, of course, right? It was 14-3 Lassiter, had a goal-to-go play to end the half, incomplete. You know, they also had a fumble, you know, at midfield that turned into a Catamount touchdown a couple plays later. They had Catamounts also on a 4th and 1 that turned into a touchdown. So, like, Lassiter has had chances in this game, multiple drop touchdowns.
Yeah. Now, do you question that play call?
It was kind of what you drew up.
Yeah.
And it was just great coverage. As you said, this linebacker core is deep.
Yeah.
And the linebackers are going to play a lot in that red zone. And it showed. You know, they had some blanket coverage there. Samuel Gatson on the carry to start the second half.
Yeah, but now that I look at it, think back, you know, if it was 6-14 right now, it's only a one-score game, you know, 8 points.
Yeah.
We could have made it a tie game on this drive if we score here, but, you know, I trust the offense coordinator, make the right decisions. You know, we took a risk. If we took that risk, you know, we could have taken the lead with this touchdown, hopefully.
It is very true. Harrison on the keeper, and he is going to get eaten in the backfield.
Man.
It'll be third and 7.
Hey.
About a minute into second half action now. It's 3rd and 7. For the Trojans.
Looks like we got Brandon Trishell out there, number 25. We're really tossing in some seniors.
Shaw Mixon in the slot. You see Ricardo in motion. And they're going to throw this one over the middle.
There he is.
Taken in.
Called him out there. Brandon Trishell.
Almost like you drew it up. Brandon Trishell for the first down reception.
Yeah, he actually joined the team like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he on the team last year?
He was on the team freshman year. And
Okay.
then he decided to go to baseball, I'm pretty sure. And
Okay, that's why I recognize his name, because we did a couple baseball streams.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say I recognize that name from somewhere. There you are. Called a couple games for Coach Restay's squad
I heard
spring
about
last
that.
year. We might be able to do some again this year. It's cool because he's a big Kentucky Wildcat fan, right? Me, Florida Gator fan.
Yep.
31-year streak. Florida had beaten Kentucky every year. 3 of the last 5 years now, back-to-back. Kentucky has beaten Florida. So I saw him on the way up here. I said, Coach, you got us again. Of course, I'm wearing a Florida Gator shirt for people not wondering. And he just says, yeah, man, how about those Wildcats? So it's an unfortunate scenario, but.
Man, that game was depressing.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, man.
Gosh.
Kentucky's also got a good program now. Like, you got to give them absolute credit.
no.
Like, Mark Stoops has built
Aren't they
them
top
up.
10 now? Like, gosh.
Pretty much. Like, Will Levis is a legit quarterback. The way he was waving bye to our fans,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's QB1 material right there.
Baker Mayfield
You know.
type.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, in the aspect of
I don't think
spirit.
Baker likes mayonnaise in his coffee, though.
Gosh.
So 1st and 20 for the Trojans over the middle and off the, looks like the Noah Seabolt's chest padding.
Unfortunate.
Bounced right off him.
He was ready to turn the field and go. I mean, he had so much green grass. Only number 26. That was Andy right there in front of him. Now everybody's gone from the stands. They're going to get food or
you hope they
they're
come
outta
back
here.
because this crowd is. The
We need
Trojans
some
want to pull
energy.
this one out tonight. The crowd needs to be on their side.
Yeah.
For those also wondering, Braves in a 2-1 game in the 6th inning. 3 solo homers for each seat, throughout the game. Schwarber and Segura for the Phillies. And William Wild Bill Contreras for the Braves. That's in the action. Harrison rolling out for the Trojans, having to throw this one into double, triple coverage, and it is picked off. Number 46, and that is going to be a pick 6. Wow. Austin Davis, the senior. Hadn't called his name a lot tonight. They had not tested him very much, and now you see why.
I mean, everybody was in the backfield. He just threw it, and unfortunately, it was not a high pass. So all number 46 had to do, Austin Davis, was
Just put the hands up.
yeah, and he tipped it, one-handed it, took it to the house. I mean,
Man,
gosh, unfortunately.
that is a back blower. That is a lot of momentum just taken out of the sails of the Trojans. Adrian O'Meara on for the PAT
we were
attempt.
going somewhere. I mean, gosh.
And, you go back to that play before halftime. Lassiter could have at least put points on the board. If not, they could have been down 4 or 3 points going to the half. It is now a 21-3 deficit.
Yeah.
21-point run for the Catamounts. And the Lassiter defense has played pretty good. They had the 4th and 1 offset tackle that Joe kind of got stuck up on, and that one screenplay they took to the house. You got to give them credit where credit's due, but that one,
Yeah.
got to think it falls right back on Bryson.
Yeah, I know. Looking back at that first half, I mean, we were doing some production late in the half, hitting those deep routes, and they were trying to develop that right there, and it just did not work. I mean, that pass, everything was just, he should have just thrown it away, honestly. I saw nothing out there. Everything was covered. Dalton's playing really good defense right now. Just throw it away. I believe we had an extra down. I'm pretty sure it was 2nd or 3rd down. I mean, it's going to be okay,
And, the only issue is now with how the passing game has not worked in your favor tonight.
No.
The running game's not going to help you. You're down 18 points in the second half. Kick us away. We fielded
Get up.
15-yard line. Out to about the 30 now.
We're brawling again.
Number 24.
Who is that?
Well, if Lassiter had any hope and the crowd wanted to stay in it, they might have people might have booked their ticket out of here. I see some people leaving the parking lot. You still got 21 minutes to play in this game. But at the same time, Lassiter's going to have to create it. Not only are they going to have to score this drive, they got to create a turnover.
Yeah.
Man, it's unfortunate. I know at the same time, this is a Lassiter production, and we try to show as much faith to, the opponent. But at the same time, we're rooting for a Lassiter win up here. And, these guys. I know some of them as well, and it's sometimes rough to see them have nights like this. Harrison on the keeper, going to try to get momentum back. First down.
I'm not seeing any spirit from him. I mean, that run, he could have turned up field and hit something, but he just walks out of bounds. I mean, come on. It's okay, though. Looked like there's a flag.
Last thing you want to hold.
No.
It appears there's a holding on the offense. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to take us back
back on.
Sorry for the troubles in the booth. A little bit of an issue going on outside our viewing area. Handoff up the gut. It's Shaheem Murray. He's had a good night.
Takes it out to the Trojan 35-yard line.
What in the world?
It's going to bring it up third down.
For folks wondering,
And 2 to go.
I believe someone might be having a medical issue outside of our viewing. So far, focus isn't fully on the game. It is our apologies. We're trying to help divert the situation. Injury timeout for Dalton, so we'll take a break. 8:37 here in the third quarter, 21-3 Dalton. That is honestly the perfect timing because I have no idea what's going on over here. Did they say
I don't even know. Parker, do you know what's going on?
Third down and 2. Bryson Harrison under center. Moving Will Davidson from right to left in
There you go, Jaheim.
Number 13.
formation. Murray with the first down on the carry.
First down.
So first down for the Trojans. We're going to turn up our natural sound microphone here for Suppa Sousa Swag. I see you getting into it, Reese.
Oh, yeah.
Turn that all the way up. Harrison. Over the middle, Ricardo Jackson intercepted by the Catamounts. Going back the other way. He's got a Catamount. What in the world? There is a flag thrown at the end of the play.
Not good to see. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back picks.
And this game is starting to get away from Bryson.
Yeah.
There's a penalty on the play.
I mean, I'm just not seeing any power from Bryson. I mean, he's just lobbing it up every time. Every time's a lob. It's not. Oh. What are they saying? Man. I would like to see a bullet pass right there. I mean, I guess.
Like how we're using Madden terms.
I mean, that's the overall term. I'm not gonna lie.
High pass, low pass, bullet pass,
pass.
lob pass, touch
Yeah.
pass, dead eye.
Yeah. Man.
And then earlier tonight, of course, with momentum.
Yeah, big hold.
What's your ass Madden here?
Hey, it's helping us grow.
True. They're asking to do Suppa Sousa Swag one more time. You would think the band would grant it to them.
Set up the Catamounts for the first and goal from the 9.
It sucked because, last game, of course, with the rainstorm, we didn't get to experience it.
Trojan fans, let's get loud.
So.
Let the defense hear you. Build from your energy.
Let's get loud now.
Loud Trojan fans.
This is it. keeper. Looks like that is for
Inside the 5.
Parker McClurg. Man, sticky situations going on.
Yeah, everything's going on. Here comes Phillip.
Oh boy. Boss man coming up to see us. Second down. That's going to be batted away at the end zone. Jaheim Murray.
Yeah, they were trying to do what I was thinking of. You know, quick out. If they did that over here, could have been done. You know, could have gotten that touchdown earlier. But
You'd love to see Lassiter get one of those turnovers back here.
Oh,
they
yeah.
need one more than anything right now.
Jaheim had one more step on that. Could have got a pick. I mean, he could have ran. I mean, he's got some wheels.
He's a running back for a reason.
Yeah.
He's got some speed. I'll tell you what, he's a character too.
Oh, yeah.
I tell the story on the air a lot, but I still remember last year, fall semester in the lunchroom, he just randomly got up, popped his plastic bag, had no idea how loud it was. Everybody gets spooked out, and he just goes calmly, "Oh, my bad." So that was like my one only reaction with him, like outside of the football field, and he's hilarious. Third down, and they're going to walk right into the end zone here. Touchdown for Dalton, and it is a 27-0 run.
Night of unfortunate timings, I will tell you that.
Kick is up, and it is good from Adrian O'Meara. And a 28-3 score here from the Frank. Looks like the student section's staying around for this one, though. Look, they're still here. I wonder if how much longer they will be. Wow. So, what an eventful start to the second half we've had, other than, you know, issues from outside the booth. That is now a 14-0 run for Dalton. They have taken 2 interceptions and turned them into touchdowns. A pick 6 from Austin Davis, and now number 23. Did you ever get the name at halftime? Either way, it's his 3rd touchdown. If somebody had a fantasy parlay on that man today, they'd be making a lot of money.
30 plus points, I'll tell you that, Blake.
We're good.
Might be a future NFL flex right there. Kick is away. Lassiter. That ball is going to dribble out of bounds. It looks like that's what Jaheim was hoping for last kickoff. It is now going to be first and 10 from the 40-yard line. Here's the question. Is Bryson stay out there, or do we possibly see a scenario where Levi gets snaps if this game gets any uglier?
I think they're just going to have him out there, motivate him. I mean, we're down now 4 scores.
I've seen this lead not hold up before.
Yeah, bring back some flashbacks
Yes.
for an Atlanta Falcon fan.
Yes. I have seen this lead not
Never
hold
heard of
up.
the Patriots, have you?
No.
Oh, James White, huh? James White.
Who?
James White. He just retired.
44-16 2 weeks prior. Jordy Nelson, broken ribs. Yeah.
Ever heard of the playoffs?
Clay Matthews. What'd he do? Got bullied all game by Mohamed Sanu. Bean talk. First down from the 35 here. Harrison going to air this one out, and that is going to be pretty much defended by his own guy.
Defense by Luke O'Malley.
He's used to it, at least. 26, I think he had an interception or a fumble recovery earlier in this game. He said, I'm not letting you get 2 of them.
I mean, props to this defense. You got to hand it to them. You know, they're playing pretty well.
And that's apparently what this team's strength is, yeah. And now, you hate to knock on our own region, but, I mean, the field of play that Dalton is playing is probably a lot higher competition than what Lassiter's faced.
Yeah. We have played some lower tier teams recently.
Campbell or excuse me, Harrison. Looks like he dropped the ball. Del Pozo shaken up. Looks like he's okay.
It's never good. I have written down for him ADP. Good buddy.
Tell us a funny story about him, if you don't mind.
Let's see. Trying to think of something.
So we wait for this 3rd and 6.
He's in my advisement class. He's a cool guy. I mean, me and him make a lot of jokes. You know, we play Rocket League, Apex. You know, we play a bunch of games. MLB. And he's always talking smack on MLB as they almost pick it off here on a 3rd down for the Trojans. But
looks like another miscommunication between Ricardo and Bryson. Just not their night. You can see it in his face.
Yeah, he just hasn't been on it today. But besides that, I mean, Anthony and I, you know, played a bunch of MLB this summer. I don't think he ever beat me, but my team's just pretty nice. I'm not going to lie.
UDD player?
Yeah.
Want me to tell you something funny about my MLB The Show play?
Let's hear it.
I played all 162 in franchise.
Oh, yeah?
Plus playoffs.
You played every game?
Every game. Didn't sim single one.
Wow.
And I won the division by like 6 games.
That's it?
I play on Hall of Fame with sliders, man. You got to make it a challenge.
Good bounce.
Great punt there by Bradley Hungry Bueller, the dork. Downs them at the 1 yard line.
Props to him on that.
Shaw Mixon downs it.
Look at him jogging off the field.
It's like, all right, guys, we got this.
Wow, good for him.
Sent some momentum there. Now this would be a nice time to get that pick 6 right back.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to think they're just going to feed that running back and churn clock either way.
For sure. I mean, still 5.5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter, so there's definitely a chance.
Defense pumped up. Let's go, Trojan fans.
But yeah, regarding MLB franchise, I mean, you got to play Hall of Fame. I think I actually play Legend with sliders. I don't play with PCI. I play directional. Well, the reason I do that is it more benefits the ratings. The game plays more realistic.
Yeah, but more realistic would be, you know, finding the spot.
23, once again up the gut. I get that, but at the same time, it's a more like immersive. Like I feel like the players of 40 contact matter more than me finding the spot. You know, it makes them play. The one benefit of playing with directional hitting, though, is it makes your eye a lot better because I'm used to that strike zone. You know?
Yeah, but here's the thing, you know, you don't have to find it outside the strike zone. You can just swing and hit the fences.
See, that's the part. Like I don't like that.
That's the skill part of the PCI.
I don't like that. I can play PCI when I need to. Like when I play DD, co-op, home run derby, you know.
Yeah.
All right. MLB The Show makes a great game where there's a lot of modes, and I like how off topic we are. Ethan Long back in the football game. There's number 23 breaking a couple tackles. He'll be
2 yards on that.
Be about 3rd and 2 now. I don't know. Just MLB The Show is just a great game.
I've always liked it.
They make
on Xbox.
They make I think the greatest sports franchises of right now.
Oh yeah, San Diego Studios is playing, doing great.
I would love to see them take up another market.
How so?
I don't know. Like FIFA's kind of taken by EA, Madden, 2K.
I got you.
Like I don't know what's another sport that they could try.
Take a slice at Madden, if anything. I'd love to see something better than EA on Madden.
Yeah. 22 is, for example, I play on Next Gen, right? So Madden 22 was fun to the degree because it was completely new with how Next Gen played last year with the momentum factors. And I played 16 or so years in franchise over so many months.
Wow.
I had fun with it. Like I built a Falcons rebuild realistically. I won a couple Super Bowls with them over 16 years. Franchise quarterback and everything. And I guess what was so fun about it was the gameplay was completely fresh. It wasn't the Maddens of the past. But this year, it's kind of some of the same old.
Yeah. You know, back to the game, actually, Griffin Mack just walked off sadly on an injury for the Trojans, so hopefully he's doing okay. All prayers and wishes go out to Griffin Mack.
So big 3rd down here. Ethan Long trying to, looks like, hard cap the Trojans. One of my English is tough right now.
It's all good.
I'll say it's snow cones. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hand this one up the gut and in the backfield, take it down.
Let's go. Will Davidson on that tackle in the backfield. Good for him, man. Making a big play here late in the game. That's going to kickstart us on the offense, hopefully.
He would love a block punt or something here.
Oh, love it. hopefully we can get someone like Joe back there. Make a play.
Wouldn't be surprised if they call for that. You see Jaheim, Ricardo lined up both inside the middle of the action.
Evan Shear walking
Evan Shear,
out.
yep, he's coming off.
Yeah, he actually did walk out earlier over here on the 20 of our left, and he looked like he had something going on with his arm. It looks like he got taped up, so good for him, man. Back out on the field.
Back to receive. Number 18.
High snap, handled, and that's going to be a shank. Out of bounds.
There we go.
The 31-yard line.
Looking good here.
Good catch by Coach Brown on the sideline.
26 yards.
There we go.
I know we
First and 10.
Starting at 6 yards out of the red zone, so we have to score here. This is prime field position right here.
something Tom Brady would do.
28-3, huh? 28-3.
I get reminded of that every day, some form or another, you know. Whether it's my own condescending thoughts thinking of it. Like, I remember that game
Trauma, huh?
once a day, whether it's seeing it on a meme or being reminded of it in person or I just thinking of it. You know, like just the other day, Matt Ryan passed for his 60,000th career passing yard, and he got, you know, it was linked to it because of the stat. So it's amazing, man. So Lassiter will be at the 31-yard line now after the full start.
Not good. Not a good start here, being really close to the red zone.
11 yards away.
Doubles on both sides. You got Sam Gatson in the backfield.
You want to take this drive for fun?
Yeah, looking right. Bryson Harrison looking in the middle. Rolling out to the right now. Ricardo open. Lobs it up again.
Ooh.
Incomplete. Almost caught by Andy there. It was to Luke O'Malley, but he was all over Luke there.
It's number, let's say, 80 on the defensive coverage.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Andy again. Number 26.
Oh, that's Andy. He's had a big game.
Yeah, he has. He's been doing real good. I bet you he's leading that backfield. He is a junior, so good for him, man. Got another season with this. You got the same lineup out there. You got Luke O'Malley and Ricardo to the left, and I believe Noah Siebel and number 14 on the right. Excuse me. And incomplete left of number 14. That's their third. He's a freshman, isn't he? That was Bryce Anderson. He's a sophomore. His older brother Chase Anderson actually just graduated in your class. Yeah.
Really? Chase? Okay.
Yeah.
That's my good buddy. He's at UGA too now.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Still remember some funny middle school classes I had with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now substituting in for number 14 there, Bryce Anderson. It's now Shaw Mixon. So maybe we can third down and long here.
Dropping back.
They're doing another jailbreak to Ricardo, and he breaks a tackle, breaks a few tackles, and doesn't get past that 10-yard first down marker. And there is multiple flags on the field, one on the 37.
I think if it's a hole that they'll probably decline it.
Maybe a field.
Take a 4th and 9 because Lassiter's not going to kick this ball.
We did nothing this drive. We only went backwards here.
Seems like a tale too familiar. Coach Chum out there shaking his head on the sideline. I understand why.
For sure.
Just not how it's gone. You know, you never game plan to be down 25.
Never.
But, and the way it's gone, you know, you were in this game. And just poor decision making on both sides. 3 turnovers.
Interesting. Okay.
And I guess they're looking at it as with 4th
and long at the 28.
With Dalton taking the penalty. it just makes sense to get points if anything here.
Definitely.
So what'll be a 43-yard attempt.
Kick is up.
And it is
Just right.
just short. And that's just been a cap on how the night has gone for the Trojans. Good hold by Bryson, but Drew looks like was pulled a little bit to the right. It looked like it had the distance. And the Catamounts retake possession.
Just is or 9.
This
So
one they might
thoughts
have
on fall, huh?
Thoughts on fall? Can't believe it's here.
Yeah.
I mean, I see Christmas trees in the Lassiter towards back of the end zone. Kind of some evergreens.
Yeah.
So, man,
I'm definitely excited for the cold weather. You know, I just have flashbacks of going to my buddy Caden Richardson. He played for Milton last year, and he was doing well. He was their starting center, and we went to a couple of their games, and it was freezing cold up there.
really.
But yeah, they lost in the championship last year.
I remember how cold it was for that Kel game last year. It was the day of the Braves World Series parade. Whew.
Oh,
23 once again on the carry.
breaking a whole bunch of Trojan tackles.
Uh-oh.
Up to the 24.
Fourth quarter, we'll have to talk some of the college and the the big NFL games this weekend, of course. I think we've recapped on this week in football enough, right? How many mentions we've had. It was a good week, though. Of course, you know,
Fun
week two,
Yeah.
starting last night. What was your thoughts on that? We kind of talked about it earlier. That first Prime Video broadcast.
Yeah,
of course,
last night.
great booth, right? You got Al Michaels, got Kirk Herbstreit, almost as good as us, you know, as a duo.
They're up there, you know.
They're up there, you know. So are we, though.
Yeah.
And that was a great broadcast booth, but also like a great matchup. Like that might be the next.
Yeah, and matchup.
That might be the next QB rivalry.
Oh man.
Screen pass, first down and more.
Yeah, but talking about that game last night, you know, they had many different broadcast types. They had the Spanish version, you know, they had the normal Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels. They also had a Dude Perfect one.
Really?
Yeah, and then they also had some
Twitch
something-
alternate casts.
Yeah, you know, and then they also had like some Prime thing where you can see like they highlight players and their routes, and it's like just like an advanced system.
That's cool.
It was, yeah, I saw it last night on TikTok.
Did it work?
It was pretty interesting. No, yeah, it was cool because you could see like as soon as like Joe Everett caught the ball, it would pop up his name right above him and his route and whatever he did. It was really cool.
In the backfield.
Right here.
Good tackle there. Corralling Adriel Hernandez.
That was Joe Blackwell, Luke O'Malley, and I believe Griffin Mack.
See, one of the most interesting turn points of that game, late in the third quarter, you talked about how Everett caught that ball, turned upfield, and got right at the goal line, and Herbert threw the pick six.
Yep.
Of course, Mahomes also having that interception overturned, and I mean, I hate to use the term ref ball, but that didn't look like defensive pass interference on the push-off.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody expected a Chiefs win, but I think kind of how a lot of people expected a close win.
Yeah.
For the Chiefs. But you just got to wonder, like, especially how Herbert played at the end of that game, where on that 3rd and 1 where he couldn't roll
After his
out.
little injury, man. Oh, yeah.
He came out on 4th and 1 and threw a missile. I'm just like, is this dude human?
Good
in the
tackle
backfield. Good tackle
there.
by
Griffin Mack
Luke.
again. Having a great game on defense.
Playing with some heart.
Yeah, that's so good to see. He's only a sophomore, so.
Third down, Trojan fans.
Student section still around.
Yeah.
Is that about how big it was in the first half or no?
Way bigger than that first half.
Fair.
It's about down half. Just the
Is it just the underclassmen that moved down?
Don't have rides.
You what?
People that don't have rides or decide to stay.
Friends are still here. See, as someone I'm not gonna lie, I never attended a student section here at Lassiter. I was always doing other things with the game. Ethan Long rolling out, firing over the right side, incomplete. So I got to ask you, as somebody, you have been in that student section a couple times at the games. What's the atmosphere like, down there from the perspective?
This year it hasn't been up there, man. I've been expecting a little bit more, but being there at the game last week, it was still a lot of fun. We had a great atmosphere being at an away game, but
I'm sure when you win by 50 on the road, it's gotta be pretty fun.
Yeah, and I actually used to go to Woodstock back in my elementary school days.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
was-
really awkward.
No, it was so cool to see us destroy Woodstock because I remember us winning the state little league thing. So the guys I know. Oh,
Uh-oh.
snap! Another poor punt here by Dalton.
And it's just rolling the right way for the Catamounts.
Barely getting up to the 50-yard line. That's two
Down to the
straight
48.
punts here in the Catamounts territory.
Comes out to the Catamounts.
Well, if Lassiter can have a forwards drive that'll end it in enemy territory.
Yeah. I mean,
We talked about, we jinxed them last time. We said they were just outside the red zone and they went backwards. Now they're at the 48. We don't want to push them back again
no, not
to,
at all.
their own side of the field.
Yeah, the way we're going is not the right way, I'll tell you that. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Run a clock for the fourth.
Yeah.
Unless they,
Score.
I think it's 20 plus though, right? If
Yeah.
it's 20 or more, so.
If we score and at 19 seconds, no running clock.
You wonder. Harrison looking over the middle,
He's got to run this.
seeing his options, evading outside the right of the pocket.
Harrison keeper runs out of bounds at the
6-yard gain. I'm going to check on the Brave score.
It's going to be a gain
As we end the third quarter here. One more snap.
from the Catamounts 40.
It is a 2-1 Philadelphia lead in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Man,
I believe the Mets have won their game too, so that's a game the Braves want to win.
yeah. Put some spirit in them.
Don't want to fall back behind them. Harrison now rolling to the left.
There he is. Throw it.
Having to evade some guys. Still making a play. 3 seconds. End of the quarter. Harrison is
Stepped out.
just outside.
Runs out of bounds at the Catamounts 25-yard line. It's going to be a
Coordinators up top showing their frustration, knowing they could have had a touchdown in that play, and that would have made a non-running clock in the fourth quarter.
Almost happened there. Switching sides here as we take a break heading into the fourth quarter.
We'll do that. Start of the fourth quarter. Another popular visit here by the local celebrity, Reese English. Harrison rolling out on first down. Having to evade a tackler and getting taken down in the backfield. So it seems like Lassiter's allergic to the red zone tonight. As soon as our graphics department put them up in the red zone when they were on their own side of the field, it seems like they haven't been able to reach it.
Yeah, no, just not producing here on offense.
Yeah. Man.
Hard to see that, man.
Harrison looks like he might be holding something on his hand.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to throw the defender down that last play and just unsuccessful on that stiff arm and got him dragged to the ground.
If he's in some pain, which I don't know, maybe you see Levi. Knowing you're down 25 points.
Running clock, you know.
Gadsden into the red zone now. It'll be third down and about 3. Flag on the play. As soon as they get to the red zone, we'll see if they get taken back out of it.
It's not in my ear. It's not in my ear. Oh, did I? Yeah. Just do whatever.
And some chants from the band over there.
Yeah. Dalton Band having the I Believe That We Will Win chant.
As
Something
they
we'll
get
probably hear a
closer.
lot this fall with the World Cup. You know? That's kind of, speaking of that, you get the World Cup in November. Interested to see what goes on in that because, sometimes football season is a little bit of a lull, depending on how good your teams are, right? Braves will be wrapped up by November. I'm kind of excited to watch some of the World Cup in November and December this year.
Yeah.
I think we play, what, Great Britain on Black Friday? That'll be funny.
Wow.
That'll be amazing to watch. Bryson Harrison rolling over the middle, throwing it into double coverage, and looks like Seabolt wants a flag. Had to end up playing defense on his own there again, though. Look at this.
Man.
Oh,
Might have been offensive, not gonna lie. But it was close. It looked like he got tripped up maybe by the turf monster down there. But he just had to put his hands up.
have you ever had any encounters with the turf monster before?
Oh, plenty of times. Don't you worry about that.
You don't want to entail us on that story?
Vague memories, just in the past.
Ever like a walk-in touchdown that you just slipped on?
Oh, man. I've got one right over by that R. Unforgettable, That's kind of where I felt I didn't really want to play anymore.
Ricardo.
Another jailbreak play for Ricardo. Doesn't even
Dalton
make it
all
past
over it. That
the
is.
line of scrimmage. 4th down with an injury for Dalton. Hate to see those, man.
So you said you had something over about the R in the end zone for Lassiter. What was it?
Yeah, so buddy of mine, Dixon Nolan, he was the quarterback at the time, rolls out to the right. I believe I had an out route. I'm in the end zone, wide open. No one's near me, and I dropped the ball.
That doesn't sound like a turf monster. That sounds like you, buddy.
No, you're telling me about unforgettable moments.
Okay.
That's something I'll never forget.
You're like, yep, maybe it's time to hang up the cleats.
Yeah.
What are they doing over here?
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of screaming.
Trying to get the energy going late.
See a baby down on the field. Huh? What? ¿Por qué?
We'll be right back for this injury timeout.
Fourth down and 20 plus here for Harrison. He's looking right over on the left of our screen, one-on-one. That ball is going to fall down to the ground. And it'll be taken over by Dalton. The 36.
Cars are rolling out of here.
Don't you guys go anywhere on the broadcast, though. Braves are losing too. Might as well stay tuned in, right? Also want to give a shout out to all our sponsors tonight. Of course, the usuals. Snappy, we have the, what's the name of that fitness place?
Oh, Zingler Strength.
Zingler Straight. Thank you. I don't want to butcher the name.
No.
So.
Yeah, he's just down the road.
It's right over up towards Woodstock, right?
Not even. I mean, he's on this road, the Steinhauer, I think. It's pretty cool, though.
23.
Making some moves.
Ricardo having to push him out of bounds and a rip of the jersey. It's definitely a little chippy down there.
Yeah.
I'd kind of expect it, though, at that point. So Dixon was your guys' quarterback when you were in middle school?
Yep.
Man, him and his brother are both such athletes, huh?
Yeah. Where's Walker going to school?
Georgia Southern, I think. I don't know him that well, so
Yeah.
I can't speak on that, but I believe it's Georgia Southern from what his family was kind of talking about. We did, of course, the Lassiter baseball senior game, and he came back for it, and I think he had a Georgia Southern shirt on. So, yeah. I mean, they kind of looked very similar, so I kind of thought the one that looked like Dixon was his brother.
Burst to speed here by 23, and
Jaheim having to bring him down.
And
Helmet
he's
pops
shaking
off.
tackles left and right inside the 30.
You gotta hope someone doesn't get badly hurt the way this is going.
Yeah.
Clock isn't running either
Yeah.
because the helmet came off, right?
I think so. Oh, multiple flags coming out of the referee's pocket.
Yeah,
Must be
it's-
some smack talk out there.
I understand why.
Unfortunately.
When you're getting beat this bad at home, it's it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. Showing some enthusiasm.
Jaheim back onto the sideline. Coach Brown talking with him. Wonder what Coach Brown had to say to that. One thing I liked about him is he always took a second to think about what he wanted to say before he answered a question.
Yeah.
You know, you ask him a question about anything regarding a history class, he takes about 2 seconds and goes, okay, and then he spits everything out.
That's so true.
Okay, how about this?
Yep. He's a cool guy.
Number 7 on the note. So, talk to him about the charge. He's like, we got this linebacker. We lost him to free agency, but we drafted Asante Samuel Jr. So
He's nice. I've always
he's
liked
awesome,
Asante
man.
Samuel.
He's awesome. Well, not only that is Asante Samuel, who also probably should have had an interception last night.
Yep.
Coach Brown's awesome as well. So is Coach Sheehan. So is a lot of the coaching staff here is very nice. So,
Yeah. No, everybody's been cool.
it would be very hard to be rude to them with how much they
They're
give to
lurking.
us.
Yeah.
Especially with them right in earshot. So, want to stay on everybody's good side here. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Band is really getting into it for Dalton.
You think they run up the score, or do they just take 4 knees?
I'd wish for them to run out the clock.
Kind of hard to run out 10 minutes when you're at the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
Looks like that play was set up, though. He kind of slid backwards.
Yeah.
Luke with another tackle, racking up the stats. 9:47 and counting.
Just everybody's heads are down. Energy is really good.
Need something or we good?
9:28 now. 9:26. So they are taking that play clock down as far as they can. I think the coaches are probably starting to recognize how chippy it's getting. They don't want to get any uglier on the field. Handoff. Taken over to about the 8-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down. Wonder how loud he'll get for this 3rd down in particular. Answer is not very loud for the PA. No more 3rd down. No one just 3rd down and 3. Sometimes the old Falcons PA announcer used to be like that too.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be loud for about 3 quarters. Falcons either get the game in the bag or they don't have it in the bag.
You really jinxed it right there. I'm not going to lie. We haven't heard that in a while.
Handoff up the gut. Number 23 looking for touchdown number 4.
Flag again.
Flag down on the play. Lassiter band not going down quietly, though. They said, hey, this is our house after all. You're not going to play us all out with your tunes over there to the Catamounts. Fans over there, though, that showed up, 2-hour drive, you would think they'd probably stay the length anyway, but they're getting their money's worth.
Yeah, good to see them still here and showing support to their team.
It appears the infraction was on the Catamounts. It's going to back them up to the 15.
It's a cool, unique name. I'm not going to lie. I've never heard of a cat.
Yeah, we looked it up earlier, and we're like, cat, mouse, kitty cats, felines, musketeers. Like,
I mean, it's just a cat, but I've never heard of that. Catamounts.
It's a lot different than the typical Eagles, Wildcats, Tigers, Trojans, Bulldogs. Go Birds, all the usuals, Longhorns. So, like when you think about it, all the schools in the area, right? Us, of course. You got Kell, Wheeler, Pope. Pope, I guess, is a little bit unique with Greyhounds. But you know, Kell's the Longhorns. You see a lot of schools use Longhorns. Sprayberry's the Yellow Jackets. Heck, Georgia Tech, 20 miles south of here, uses Yellow Jackets. You know, big institution. Wheeler's the Wildcats. How many high schools are named Wildcats around the country? In the best Power 5 football program, Arizona, the Wildcats. 8 minutes now. Third down. Fumbled the snap. Parker picking it up. And there's a fight that's been breaking out. Oh my.
Fumble snap, multiple infractions on the play, and we have a player down.
Ricardo getting into a little bit of a fist fight, and we'll take a break.
Personal foul against the Trojans. Personal foul against the Catamounts. So after offsetting personal fouls, we're going to redo third down. Check. Fourth down.
All right. So, last couple minutes have passed. There's been some offsetting penalties. Here on both sides of the ball. Fourth down, into the end zone. Touchdown, Catamounts. And all Joe Blackwell and the rest of the secondary can do is just look around. Beat in the coverage is Parker Hungerbuehler. He's kind of hung out to dry there.
Yeah.
I've seen 28-3 not hold up. I've never not seen 35-3 not hold up.
Yeah, it's still not there much, but
Ethan Long on the hold.
Fair play. Unfortunately, our offense was not on par today. We had a couple really good possible touchdowns, but, you know, unfortunately,
Up and good.
not how.
It's unfortunate because last game they scored 14 points. Both of those touchdowns, we were in the middle of moving to the classroom. And now tonight they've come out and dropped 3. I mean, maybe they still have something in store for us, but it's back-to-back games where you and I haven't been able to call a Lassiter touchdown.
Right.
It's almost like we got to take the show on the road and go to Pope or something.
Yeah, but give them the spirit we've got.
I was at a game for Pope last week. One of my friends.
Oh, really? The Pope Walton game?
Pope wasn't there. It was Johnson Ferry Church. They host their games there. It was a 7-on-7. My friend Ty, I don't know if he's listening. He's probably playing his own game at the moment. But if you ever see this, that's my guy Ty. He lives over in Kennesaw, goes to Dominion Christian. So you know they play a lot of other small 7-on-7 schools, and I guess Johnson Ferry Pope lets them use their facilities. So
Yeah.
and it was sad because they were the Saints, and I said to my friend after he lost, I said, "Hey, you lost so the Falcons could run. Like, you walked so the Falcons could run. Because there's no way that 2 Atlanta teams are losing to the Saints in the same weekend," and I stood corrected.
Tough Sunday L.
Man. I mean, every time you bring it up, you can hear just my voice.
Just
Man.
we're up here.
It's nothing.
We're down here.
Nothing I'm used to. It's nothing I'm not used to, though.
Yep. Hopefully you're going for that first-round pick, number 1 overall.
I hope we have a first-round pick. I don't want to have a scandal taking it away.
The Miami Dolphins ring a bell.
Miami has the Dolphins.
The lefty kicks it to the Trojans. Short kick again, just past the 20.
That spiral from a lefty is sometimes harder to deal with, you know, because it moves in a different set. Parker taking it out of the end zone. Have you ever heard the Miami Dolphins song?
And there's
hilarious.
another flag. No, I haven't.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen.
I don't pay too much attention to the Dolphins, but
From in
I can
the
tell you
air
that
and
song
on the
is
ground,
not
they're
very
always
accurate.
in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. Because they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. And then it repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. And then T-Pain made a version of it like 15 years ago.
Oh my.
Like, I think like the original version is like an old recording, and then T-Pain made like a mid-2000s hip-hop song over it. It's like, Miami, it's like, oh my god, what am I listening to?
Gosh.
That was like their prime era, though, in Miami with Pitbull and all those guys, Flo Rida.
It's worldwide.
So, shout out to Allen. Seeing him walk up the stairs, I don't know. Is he over there?
Yeah.
What's he doing over there? We need him over here.
Interesting.
What's Allen doing over there?
I don't know. He just laughed. I don't know. It's on his own.
Is he not?
What?
Is he, Bryson looking over the middle and taken down. Basically thrown right at the defense.
Yeah. DBs are locked on, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you called him out at the beginning of the second half, saying that linebacker unit was playing a lot better, and they stood up to your challenge.
Yeah, unfortunately for the receivers, yeah, they have. The
It's
energy
been a while
is-
since we've seen Bryson play. It's
Yeah.
like this wild. You know, you hope that the commitment has not had him starting to play a little bit sluggish. Harrison on the screen.
There you go.
Whoa.
Swallowed by a bunch of white jerseys.
Swallowed by a pack of catamounts is like, I think, the way you like to phrase it, right? That's 2-on-2 crime, tackling Michael there. So it'll be 3rd and 6.5 yards. Bryson, first down, out route, and more. Taken down on the sideline there. Shaw Mixon. That's not Shaw Mixon.
That's Mr.
The number 9 was crinkled up, and it looked like a number 3 from our point of view. In my defense, that is Luke on the reception. You can see where I can get that mistake, though, right? With the way he got tackled. I mean, you see it on our camera right here. Number 9, almost from the front side, it looks like a 3. 6:36 and counting. 35-3 Dalton here.
More great coverage, man.
Harrison just having to make plays, and
Great
over in the
throw.
middle, big catch there by Michael O'Brien. Comes into the game and makes 2 catches. Coach Tome, I know, loves that effort.
45
It's the junior.
Going to be another
First down.
First down.
And the running clock has not been used because of all the stoppage in play. It's been like the length of a normal quarter
Yeah.
here. I didn't know a fourth quarter existed as a Falcons fan there for a little bit. Bryson dropping back, running around, having to evade 2 Catamounts and taken down from the backside. Number 46, he had the pick 6 earlier tonight. That is Austin Davis. That'll be 2nd and 21. Anytime they make a good play, they seem to shoot themselves right back in the foot.
Seems like it. Gosh.
Who's
man.
upcoming on the schedule for him? You know,
I do not.
because we talked about this game was crucial for Lassiter's not made region playoffs in a couple of years, and they're in a region where they can control their own destiny. But you still see some games on the calendar that might be tough for these guys to go in and handle all of them.
Yeah, with the division shift, you never know what you're gonna.
Oh,
Man,
I mean, last year it was them and Kel that were right there for the end of the year.
Yeah.
And now you got
We
to
already
face
have half
Roswell.
those wins now.
What?
We already have half those wins now.
Yeah, true. Like last year, they played catch-up. They start 0-2, and then they were 2-3, and then 3-5, and they kind of played catch-up for most of the year. One thing that's interesting is you look at the state of Florida for high school football. Georgia high school football is one of the bigger in the country, right? It's us, Texas, California, Florida, and Ohio, probably the top 5 high school football states in the country. Florida plays 12 games. Georgia plays 10. And they start, school at the same time as us, and sometimes it makes you wonder if they could, A, play a game over fall break to make it 11, but if Georgia would be willing to look at 12-game seasons. At least for varsity level, wouldn't that be interesting? Harrison. Rolling left. Offensive line creating a lot of time, now having to finally fling it away, and it is
Good
caught.
Pass complete.
That is Shaw Mixon. First down and more inside the 40.
Catch there by Shaw Mixon.
First down.
As the PA yells it.
Letting everybody know that didn't know already. People that have probably already arrived back home and are sitting in their
Can hear
driveway
him.
can still hear the man. So, not they hear us on the mic.
Look
Going
at
to
that
the end
bomb.
zone, intercepted. Looking for Michael O'Brien, and 21 not being able to get dragged down. Looks like Shaw Mixon had to throw a little bit of a pack there to bring him down. You want to interpret what's going on in the student section? They're signaling you.
They're just getting a little hype.
What are your plans for after the game?
Those guys right there. I'm gonna go hang out with them hopefully. Tomorrow.
Football.
Relaxing. Football. Sunday, more football.
Football, yeah.
Monday,
You got
more football.
you got any quizzes Monday?
Oh no, never.
Never quizzes on Monday?
Actually, that's not true. I do have a pop quiz.
What's the subject?
Sam Hunt, late class.
Oh, okay, Coach Hunt, soccer coach.
Yeah, he's real chill.
Yeah, I had him in ELA.
Shout out to Coach Hunt right there.
Him and Miss Tucker, I know, are partners. We talked about earlier tonight, which I hope if one of them is listening, they enjoyed what they've heard. I had them both my junior year. Miss Tucker was the main teacher, and Coach Hunt. It was funny because they had separate desks, and they would flip them all the time. And someone's like, "You seem like you seem like an angry couple that likes to switch things around." And they're like, "No, we're not married." We're like, "Yeah, we get that, but it's just that."
That's the vibe.
It's because they're both chill, so their personalities bounce right off each other. Miss Tucker was very bubbly.
Right.
You know, get everybody hyped, and then Coach Hunt's just, today we're doing this, so this is how we're gonna do it. So they played like their senses, their humor played really well with one another.
Blend.
Yeah, and because it was virtual that year, they had one person always handling the Zoom duties. So that person was always at that desk, and they would bring all their stuff, their pictures, their art, like everything from one desk to the other. People were like, "Do you guys just switch every day at this point?" And Coach Hunt's like, "Well, yeah, we like to switch whoever handles the online virtual duties. So that's how that's how it works." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, shout out to everybody still engaged and listening right now. I mean, we really appreciate y'all being here. I mean,
yeah, we've talked a lot of mumbo jumbo.
Yeah,
we talked about past histories with the Turf Monster. We've talked about MLB The Show franchises. I'm sure there's people that are listening that have no idea what we're talking about.
I have no idea what's going on here.
There's ABT.
That was Josh
That's a shot of the classroom.
Josh actually has a T-shirt coming out. I don't know. I have loose information on it, but it looks pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie. Him, Benji, and Aiden Wojak are all on it. If you know any of them, they're doing a T-shirt right now. I think for a class, if not for a class for themselves. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I might buy myself a $30 T-shirt.
Got to support it, right?
Yeah, rep the drip.
Visit CertaPro.com.
The student section is down to the 18 kids down there, man.
The siblings of the players that are riding together home, right?
Yep, that's their ride.
Or the
stragglers of my grade, and man, L student section, I'm telling you.
Or
nah, she's not here. She's pretty busy.
No, I mean, just
yeah, I got you.
In generalization, yeah. Are they waving us by over there? That's kind of rude.
It's only a 2-minute drive for us. It's a 2-hour drive for y'all.
Thanks. So, NFL Week 2, right? Who the Packers got?
We got the Bears Monday night.
I still own you.
Maybe Sunday night. I think Sunday night.
I still own you.
Yep.
I can't lie. I want to see you guys lose that game so I can rub it in a little bit after the Falcons game. That'd be kind of funny. See the Bears start 2-0 and the Packers 0-2 because you're gonna win the division. It's you guys and the Vikings in the division regardless.
Yeah.
How many years has it been since the Bears won in Lambeau? Like 6.
Yes, guy who owns them. I mean, I don't know.
I still own you. I find it funny because they asked Aaron Rodgers a question. Before leading up to that game last year, if he could name all the quarterbacks in his tenure in Green Bay at Chicago, and he said he could name 3. He's like Cutler.
Jay Cutler. Mitch.
Who else? It took about a minute to name a couple others.
Maybe Nick Foles.
Foles, yeah. Who was the guy that they brought in from the form that they had in Miami before Tannehill? They had him there for a couple years when Cutler got hurt before they drafted Mitch. Then they had Mike Glennon, of course.
Oh man, Mike
Glennon.
Mike Glennon.
Number 7. First down and more out past the 20-yard line. That's
gosh, who was it? I know I should know this.
Sophomore. Check out on the Braves as well.
Oh, now they got Justin Fields.
The Braves have a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th with men on. I love to see that. Kenley Jansen also, we were watching the game for people wondering. At halftime, we saw Reese and I had to get about an inning of Braves action and saw Ozzie Albies do his thing. And we saw that Kenley Jansen was in the dugout tonight, which probably means he's unavailable. Which chances are, if it's a safe situation, unless Contreras here likes to go yard a second time, who's at bat, probably a Raisel Iglesias save opportunity.
Honestly, yeah.
And there is Segan. 4 yards on the carry. That's Segan Morgan, the
And-
sophomore. We haven't seen him tonight, so interesting to see him get some snaps at the end, flag of the play. Do you want to ask Surrey what the Met score is? Here he goes. He's asking Surrey.
What's the Met score?
Surrey is collecting from her database. And the Mets won 4-3. So this is a big game. The Braves got to hold on and win this game
Yeah.
against the Phillies. Full count to William Contreras. For those wondering, no, we're not watching it and being distracted. We have a little game cast up that was. We have it's dark up here in the booth, right? So we have a flashlight on our phones to keep our rosters that we have prepped readable. So all I got to do is flip around the phone screen and voila, Braves on the go. I know one of your many visits came up and it's like, oh, of course you guys are distracted by the Braves game. I'm like,
We're locked. We're locked and loaded.
I just got to flip around the phone. It takes 2 seconds. So. And like it's the part of the year where you don't want to miss games. There's only like 17 left.
Right.
So and then you don't play again till March.
Next year.
So want to know when the bonus thing is about the NFL playoffs? Contreras on a full count. We'll see what happens here. As we wait the snap here from Dalton with 3:33 and counting. One of the most interesting things about the NFL playoffs going the extra 2 weeks now. Handoff. Segan getting a good carry, getting some reps in at the end of the game, along with he's had a mix. I mean they've mixed in a lot of running backs tonight.
Right.
Branchard has had a great game. 23. I really got to get his name after this broadcast because man, he is a baller.
His last name might be Greenway, according to the PA.
And then of course now we're seeing Segan Morgan get some carries. We've seen the junior Adriel Hernandez, more of the power back, get some carries. We saw Bo Stout in a couple times. Like they have mixed in. We talked about how they're. I mean, if you look at our depth chart here, and I know folks can't see it at home, but I mean, on our depth chart we have accounted for, and I know we don't put every freshman on the list because there's a chance that they're not in the game. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 running backs on the depth chart, and regarding wide receivers, there's 7.
Right.
So this tells you it's a ground and pound team. I mean, there goes Segan Moran, the 6th running back, almost broke it for another touchdown. We saw that 2nd and 25. They were not afraid to run the ball. It was their bread and butter, and it worked all game. And this is a game for us to kind of keep up with Dalton for the rest of the season to see how their season turns out. Because if the way they beat the Trojans tonight, if they end up going on and having a good run in the state playoffs, it makes you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it lets you really truly soak in the competition that you saw.
Right.
Like I say it as a Florida fan, we beat Utah week 1 and before dropping the ball to Kentucky. Utah came out and dropped 70 the next week. It made me feel the idea of we beat a pretty good team down there in the swamp. So I know the Packers haven't won yet, so you can't really use on that. But
I don't know. These rookie receivers are really making me question how good we're going to be this year.
True. And to be fair, it was a really deep receiver class, but you guys waited till back half of the second. Some of the top ones like Olave and London, gone.
Yeah, we don't need those. I expect
Why not?
good things from Christian Watson. Romeo Dubs is looking great. I mean, we even have Samari Toure. I mean, what I'm looking at, how I see it, is we have potential good future if they develop this year, midway through the season. That's an automatic playoff. Solidified.
You guys are one of those organizations where a rebuild is 2 years of 500 ball. You guys are one of the most successful NFL organizations. Segan Moran still running.
Kids left and right.
Down into the 15. You'll probably see victory formation after the snap. But
he's a sophomore, man.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
But it just seems like the Packers are one of the most, they're debatably the most successful franchise in the NFL. 4 Super Bowls, but always in the mix.
Yeah.
Always. 50 seconds now on the clock and counting. And I think a lot of that goes back to, whenever you get, now granted you've always had good franchise quarterbacks, you won't write from Favre to Rodgers, so the rebuild process isn't really a thing. As Dalton is going to take a victory formation, Ethan Long, and the ball off, and we'll see if they do it one more time or not. If not,
we are
It's
wrapping it
conclusion.
up.
Yeah. So story time for the Packers will have to wait a couple more weeks, maybe when there's a couple more games under the belt. But we appreciate anybody who's still out there listening and took time to give us a chance tonight. And we know there was a lot going on a September Friday evening, but for those that have stuck around to see us here on Lassiter News Network, both on YouTube and on NFHS, we thank you mightily. For Blake Newsom and Reese English, everybody, you saw them downstairs in the classroom earlier. Final from the Frank, 35-3 Dalton. Both teams now improved to 2-2 on the season. And we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. 3 games left on the schedule, home-wise. And we'll be here for all of them, and hopefully a playoff run too, because that is still on the table for the Trojans if they can go on another couple wins in a row here as your brother exits the press box behind us. 35-3 once again in the final for Blake and Reese. Good night from the Frank. We'll see you guys soon. Enjoy your evening.
So